Yo, what up? Yo, good to see you, McShoddy. Nah, dude, no worries. I mean, it's just a streak, dude. It's all good. We hanging out. We chilling. How you doing, McShoddy? Good to see you. How's your, today's Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. How's your Tuesday going, dude? How's your Tuesday going? But it's good to see you, dude. Hope you're big chilling. And I got a whole bunch of orders. But we're all caught up finally, but we still got a lot. And I gotta move, dude. So yeah, so we're getting this done. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit for everybody else to pull up. See how everybody's doing on this Tuesday. Yeah, I think I got everything going. Oh yeah, we do. We got people tuning in. That or it's just me 3 times. But yeah. But yeah, it looks like we got about like 33 orders between like last night and right now. The Destroy All the Monsters launch is going bonkers, dude. So I'm super hyped. Hey, Chris, dude, good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by, man. It's always good to see you. But it's going good. Thanks for asking, Chris. Chris asked how my day's going. Yeah, man. So I woke up around like, I think around like 2. I was up till like 7 last night, just working on work stuff. Cause I'm trying to like crush everything as fast as I can for the beginning of the week. Cause I gotta move next week. And I have like a few boxes packed, but like I gotta pick it into high gear. So a lot of this morning was just like trying to finish up everything I need to do for work this week, just so I can like after the stream, like just start packing the house. So yeah, how about you, Chris? How's your day going, dude? Oh yeah. Yeah, right now I'm just pairing up a bunch of packing labels, and I gotta organize them. And then what's super sick is dude, somebody grabbed like literally everything from the Destroy All Monsters launch. So we gotta like probably fit it into 2 different boxes. Like that's how much stuff it is. So shouts out to Robert. Someone named Robert, dude, is like the mega supporter. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let me turn the volume a little bit on my end. Oh yeah. All right, sick. Also, did I turn on the volume? Is it just clipping on the sound for Spotify? Okay, it's not. Thank God. Yeah, because what's wild is pretty much the way I like get my voice to be balanced just right in the stream versus the music is I have to like go into the Spotify app and like adjust it from the Spotify app to make sure it's not like clipping too bad. And sometimes like I forget. It's just like straight like all the bass is just dumb amounts of clipping. It's pretty funny. You love me too. Do you love me too? But yeah, but otherwise, it's been a pretty cool Tuesday so far, dude. Just been hanging out, trying to you know get things going. Same old, dude. Just hanging out. Trying to get all this done for moving. You know, it's also wild too is that I have like a friend that is gonna help move, but the thing is that like their work schedule is also kind of weird. So we're trying to find the right time to like do everything. But it's just like, dude, this is, I don't know, moving's stressful, dude. I'm like, no, why do I have to move? And the thing is too, I move like every year, and every time I move, I'm like, why am I moving? I don't need to do this. You know what I mean? So it's just like extra goofy because I'm like, why am I could have just stayed here, dude. But I got 8 weeks of free rent, dude. You can't beat 2 months of free rent. That's actually kind of insane. I even like every day I've been checking, like, are they gonna charge me for rent? And like, no, they follow through on their word of free rent. I'm like, that's crazy. That or they're gonna start emailing me like, oh, your rent is late. I'm like, bro, I use the portal, bro. But so Chris says, hate how tedious packing is, lol. But I'm well, thanks for asking. Yeah, of course, dude. Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, like, what's kind of bad about me is that dead ass when I move, sometimes I don't even take stuff out of boxes. So I gotta have like a lot of stuff already in boxes, especially like merch stuff that's already in a box. So like literally it's just more about like moving the merch, you know what I mean? But I do gotta like lock in though, because I have a bunch of other stuff in my living room, like my whole music collection I need to pack up. And what sucks the most about packing for me, Chris, is usually I hate packing up my vinyl. Dude, moving vinyl sucks. So yeah. So I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, I guess I'll check everyone's name after I do all this. Chris says, do you like the new place more than the pad you're in now? And yeah, I think so. Like, so I actually haven't even spent that much time there because I've been so focused. Like, pretty much they were like, you have to move in early to get the 2 months of free rent. I did the math and I was like, okay, cool. It just makes sense to sign the lease right now than to go ahead and like, you know, do all the, you know, than to like do everything else. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just like sign the lease now and then I'll move in. So I've been there. It's pretty cool. Like there's some things I'm definitely looking forward to about it. Like I'm gonna have 3 gigabit internet, dude. So that's gonna be insane. So my internet's gonna be way faster. So I'm probably gonna be like, I don't know, I might start streaming on like 5 platforms at once, because why not? You know what I mean? I have all the internet now. So yeah. And it's the router is placed different in the house. I know it's like such a nerdy thing, but like the router's placed differently in the house, so I'll be able to like hardwire into my new router. So I'm like pretty hyped. Because then like, you know, I'll just have like much more stable connection and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo. But thanks for asking, Chris. And Dreven Main, just want to say I got the CDs you sent out for free. It was awesome. Really loved it. I'm so glad to hear it, dude. Thanks for stopping by to let me know, dude. And I'm so glad to hear that you're really feeling the tunes, man. Thanks for letting me know, and I'm glad you're loving it. Heck yeah, dude. But yeah. But I wonder, yeah, it says, huh. Yeah, it must be a busy Tuesday. That or, am I streaming on Twitch? I think so. It says that I am. Cool. Yeah, hey! Rampage, there we go. Hardware, hell yeah, hardware guy, lol. Yeah. What's up, Rampage? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday going, Rampage? But yeah, hardwire, yeah, definitely, dude. I'm definitely more of a hardware guy. I'd like to be hardwire when I can, especially for like gaming, dude. It's so much better when you can like hardwire, like when you're doing game stuff, because like your ping is way better and all that. I don't really play as much games as I used to, but like I definitely, you know what I mean? For all the streaming stuff that we've been doing, that's gonna be like clutch. So yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing myself on the screen. Let me move this over. There you go. Gotta make sure I got everyone's name correct. So right now I'm just organizing all the CDs so that way I don't accidentally like dock someone by giving them the wrong packing slip. Ivan to Ivan, Jordan to Jordan, Jack to Jack. Kilani? Oh, that's so sick. Mandra to Mandra. Cool. What's the like coolest name y'all ever heard? Because what's been nice about doing the order thing too is just like some people have some really cool names, or sometimes it'll be really funny. Like sometimes people will just put fake names, but some people have like, I remember there was someone whose last name was Hamburger, dude. I was like, dude, your last name is Hamburger? That's so sick. I was like, dude, imagine if my last name was Hamburger. That would go so hard. I want to be Aaron Hamburger, dude. I'm sure your kids would get bullied though. That would kind of suck, but you know what I mean. Roses, hi, how's it going? Good to see you, Roses. How you doing? How's your Tuesday going, Roses? Oops. Hopefully I can. There we go. Cool. Boom. 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 And then this one and this one, and we're good to go. Sick. Yo, Lane, dude, how's it going? Good to see you. How you been, Lane? Thanks for stopping by. Dude, I shipped out your vinyl, I think. Or what did you get? I forgot if you got a vinyl or a CD. Either way, I shipped it out literally today. Whatever you got, I shipped it out like literally 3 hours ago. I dropped off at the post office. So, dude, thank you so much for the support again, dude. And I wrote you a note and everything. You'll see. It's cool. Hell yeah, Lane. Okay, let's do all these right now. Actually, I'll do these after. But Rampage says, any name that starts with X hits the spot for me. Yeah, I feel you that. When people have like a name that starts with an X, that's always like so sick. Trying to think of a cool one. I don't know, because pops into mind is Xander. That starts with an X. That one's kind of funny, but no, I feel you though, Rampage. I'm trying to think. I had a buddy named Zio Amara. I think Zio Amara is a sick name. So yeah. But and Lane says it was the vinyl. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Hell yeah. I appreciate you getting the vinyl, dude. And yeah, I also put a bunch of little extra goodies in there for you. So yeah, dude. I hope you're stoked on it when it gets there. And Rosie said, Rosie says, it's nice. It's been sunny lately. Sick. Awesome. Yeah, it's been pretty. I mean, it's Arizona, so it's always sunny by us. But I'm glad to hear it's been. What's it called? It's been it's been sunny. It's been nice lately. That's cool. Thanks for letting me know, Roses. And Skyer, dude, yo, what up, dude? My bad again for I'm right at the last stream, Skyer. I was like, oh yeah, pack yours right now, and then I goofed, and then and pack it totally because I rewatched the VOD. I was like, damn, I can't believe I did Skyer like that. But no, dude. But I mean, I got it packed, and I dropped it off earlier today. You were in the same batch as Lane, Skyer. So yeah, it's on the way, dude. Thanks again for supporting, man. How's your Tuesday, Skyer? Just enjoy some tomato soup? Hell yeah. Yeah, tomato soup's kind of underrated, dude. Last time I had tomato soup was at medieval times, man. And Rampage says, oh, I never actually learned how to say the name. I think it's Cholittle. I forgot how you say it. But yeah, I've seen a couple ladies with this name. Yeah, I think low key, one of my favorite artists, Barry Blue. I think her name is that. But I never learned how to pronounce it. You know what I mean, low key. But yeah, I do think it's a super sick name. So we're gonna go with. Oh yeah. I think I grab a couple of these. But and Skyer says, cool, can't wait. Hell yeah, Skyer. Yeah, I can't wait for you to get it either, dude. I'll bump it and it'll be a good old time. But Chris asks, are you playing any games right now? Not right now, dude. I've been just really locked in on moving, Chris, I'll be honest. But the last game I was playing was Helldivers. I got into that for a hot second, and then I started going to the gym, and I stopped playing as much. But yeah, Helldivers was my latest game I was playing. But yo, Simply Hideo. How about you, Chris? What games are you playing? But Chris Simply Hideo, yo, what up, dude? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday, dog? But what's it called? Oh yeah, tomato soup. That's what I was gonna bring up. Yeah, so last time I had tomato soup was motherfucking medieval times, and I went there for my birthday because I'd never been. And yeah, honestly, the food they give you wasn't bad. It was actually, you know what? Not gonna lie, I was like, hey, this ain't too bad. So would recommend medieval times. I don't know how much it costs because it was a birthday gift, but I don't know, it's pretty sick, dude. They give you you get a whole food. The food wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. I think they used too much lime. Everything was super citrusy for no reason. But yeah. But Simply Hideo says, doing good. I worked, played some Yarg, and now I'm just chilling. How you doing? Hey, thanks, dude. Yeah. What's it called? I'm doing good. Yeah, I woke up and pretty much I'm going to go to the gym later. I normally would have went to the gym by now, but I just woke up too late. So yeah, pretty much just been trying to get as much done. I'm trying to get everything I need to get done this week just so I can focus on moving. You know what I mean? Getting everything in here packed up. So yeah. So that's it for the most part. But other than that, yeah, man, I made some food earlier and it was super dank. So hyped on that. But yeah, otherwise I'm chilling, dude. Thanks for asking. All right, cool. We gotta sign this vinyl. Nice, yeah. Also, since a lot of y'all now that we're all here for the most part, do y'all have a preference on Tuesday versus Thursday streams? Because pretty much what I think is gonna happen, I'm gonna send actually like I gotta do it on like Thursday, but I'm gonna write an email that's like, yo, look, I gotta move next week, so no streams next week. So last stream, I guess not like last stream, but like the last one before like a 1 week break so I can move is gonna be this Sunday. So I'll let y'all know when I'm gonna take a break. So don't worry about it. But pretty much it looks like it's very up in the air. But I pretty much want to do Tuesday, Thursdays, and I want to try Friday streams. But Fridays won't come till later. So if you had to pick just between Tuesdays and Thursdays, which one would y'all prefer? Based on like y'all's like work schedule, because y'all are the regular. So Sundays we'll for sure keep doing. Like Sundays off rip. They ain't going nowhere. But yeah. Because like the goal is to like either pick Tuesday or Thursday and then eventually swap back in Fridays for whatever, you know, I mean, for the third stream of the week. But yeah, let me know. And Chris says, hell yeah, medieval times, chicken bread and soup. Yeah, dude, exactly. Yeah, the chicken they gave out was pretty good too. I was like, dang, the chicken ain't bad. It's quite delicious. You know what I mean? But that was lactose, and a lot of stuff has cheese. And the whole time the lady was just like, I got you the no cheese version. I was like, thank you. Because I'll be struggling if I eat any cheese. Oh. I'll put this right here. So Rosa says Thursday sounds like a good day since it's close to the weekend, but I don't mind either. Okay, cool. All right, we got one vote for Thursday. Simply Deo says, I'm good for whatever day. Really? I'm able to make it? Okay, cool, sick. I'm glad to hear. Awesome. And but yeah, Rosa says Thursday sounds like a good day. Yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to like debate too, speaking of the weekend, because part of it is too, I kind of want to figure out a way to like have like more of a block, because it's been like interesting to like have to tell like friends and stuff like that, like, yo, like I'm free every other day, because then it's just hard for people to remember. If I just tell people like, yo, I'm free like Monday through Wednesday, that works better for people. You know what I mean? Just in terms of like day-to-day life stuff. Like if I have to go Costco shopping, like I can't like, you know what I mean? Rampage says, I'm indifferent, both days are good. Skyer says, if I had to choose, Tuesday. Marcus says a gap between streams and swapping out Thursday. Okay, cool, Skyer. All right. Ooh, we got one of each. All right, cool. Yeah, this is a tough decision, because keeping it real too, all of like the stuff that I like track in terms of like, you know, what days are more popular for people who just like fly by. So I mean, y'all are here for all the time, but you know what I'm saying. But people who just like pop in through Instagram and stuff like that, it seems like more people. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty even. It's pretty split there too. But yeah, because I feel you on the gap too, Skyer. Because if I did Tuesdays, then I could just be like, hey, look, I'm free Wednesday, Thursdays. Yeah, because I'm not free on Mondays, really. Yeah. Huh. And it's okay. Yeah. See, this is such a hard decision. Y'all, thank you for helping me. Some video says, if it would help, I do Tuesdays. By the end of the week, you'd be able to get things done, and not much happens on Tuesdays that are important. Or Thursdays. Yeah, not much happens on Tuesdays that are important. Yeah. Yeah, for me, like the only, like in terms of like Groovy Kaiju work stuff, I tend to protect my Mondays pretty hard, because that's when I do all of my like, hey, how much money did I lose last week on the free CD thing? So I run all the numbers then on Mondays, so I know if I should like, you know, slow it down or like, you know, crank it up sometimes. You know what I mean? Not gonna lie. If I didn't lose money, but most of the time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So yeah, maybe the move is just to your point, Simply Dale. Maybe we do, because I can't do Mondays anyways. Yeah, Sky. Mondays a downward spiral for everybody. Exactly. I do music full time and I'm still like, fuck, it's Monday. You know what I mean? Everybody says a good point about Tuesday. Okay, so it sounds like we're leaning Tuesday to do the stream, and then Friday, Sundays, because that's what I was thinking at first. Sick. And Monday's a downward spiral for everybody? Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. What's it called? All right, sick. I like the idea of Tuesdays. Yeah, because then I could just tell people, hey, I'm free Wednesday, Thursdays. So that could be my weekend. And then, you know, we could do Friday, Sundays for the streams. And if someone's really like, we got to hang out during the day, I'd be like, let's do Saturday. Because everyone's free on a Saturday. Well, most people are free on a Saturday. I like this. Because, yeah, if I were to do Thursday, then it'd be like, hey, I'm free. I guess Tuesday. It'd be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. But now this is Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yeah, I'd rather be free Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, low-key. Because also another like big thing too is motherfucking like going to Costco, dude. I like refuse to go to Costco during the weekend. So I try to go during the week. Yo, Poopy Head, dude, it's been a little bit, man. How you been, Poopy Head? Your name still kills me every time. But how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by, Poopy Head. But sick. Okay, future me when I rewatch the VOD, it sounds like, honestly, I mean, it sounds like Tuesday or Thursday. We're leaning more Tuesday, but either one. Yeah, I'll have to see. Yeah, I think the move probably is probably Tuesday. Rosa says I zoned out a little bit, and then I randomly heard Poopy Head. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, Poopy Head from Instagram. But I've been good, man. Just life's been lifing. I feel it. Yeah, same, dude. Same here. I'm trying to move, dude, and I've been just like, trying to get all this moving stuff done. It's been crazy. On top of like getting all these orders packed up. But we're doing it. We're getting it done. Rose says I zoned out a little bit and heard Poopy Head. That's comedy, yeah. Yeah, okay. So future me when I rewatch the VOD, Tuesdays or Thursdays. I think it's really just up to like my personal, what I want to have on my life, of like what I want my weekend to look like. And by weekend, I mean just like, you know, time to do adult stuff, not even like, or just like time to make music, honestly. Because I don't know, for me, when I have to make music, I have to like lock in. Like I have to have like uninterrupted focus. Because when you're in the zone, dude, you're in the zone. When it's flowing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah, Simply Adele agrees, whichever's easy for you. Okay, cool, sick. Yeah, and keeping it real, we'll probably do streams twice a week for a little bit until I can figure out like some other like, you know, life stuff real quick. And then once I get that figured out, then I want to do the Friday streams where we can like make songs together and stuff. And do the secret artist alias thing. I think that'd be a lot of fun still. But Zaku says, AutoZone, dude. What's up, man? How you doing? You in the zone, the AutoZone? How you been? All right, cool. So yeah, so also I mentioned when we first started, but dude, someone named Robert, if you're watching, Robert, I appreciate you so much. They literally bought everything from the Aviscerall Monsters New Game Plus launch, like everything. So I have to give them 2 separate boxes to fit it all. I'm gonna call this actually I want to call this one vinyl. All right, cool. But yeah, so pretty much they got Aviscerall Monsters on vinyl. They got Groovy the Galaxy on vinyl, and they got Radical Reptar on vinyl, and they got the Aviscerall Monsters New Game Plus Edition CD, and the tape, and a plushie, and the magnet, and the stickers, and the keychain, a Radical Reptar keychain, and a sticker pack. So Robert, if you're watching this, bro, I thank you so much. I am honored to pack all this for you. But Zaku says, meat, just waiting for how the weekend goes. No, dude, same here. Yeah, my weekend's also gonna be crazy, dude. I have to move, dude. I gotta pack so much stuff. Zaku says that fool Robert got money. Yeah, they might have just got paid. Who knows? You know what I mean? That or what I've noticed, Zaku, what happens is that like sometimes people will like listen to me for like, you know, listen to Groovy Kaiju stuff for like years, and they're just like, bro, I happen to come across, maybe they got like a check, maybe, you know, they might have got a bonus at work, And they're like, bro, I've been listening to you since I was like 13. I got money now. It's my first job. Boom. Yeah, I mean, so I noticed that's like a thing that happens sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it is people that are just like, yeah, bro, I'm like a CEO of like some tech company. Actually, no, I don't think anyone's a CEO of a tech company. But usually, the 9 times out of 10, the story is that they've been listening for a long, long time, and they're like, I'm only gonna buy something once, so let me just buy everything that way. You know what I mean? To like be like, I appreciate you. So shout out to Robert, dude. And Zucker says that's dope though. Yeah, dude. Yes, I'm super thankful. But sick. Let's do a Jermaine update, dude. Jermaine, our beloved. So yeah, Jermaine is doing good. Same old. And if you, I don't know, I showed it off last stream, but this one leaf right here, look, it's so much bigger now. If you can see me wiggling it, yeah, you can. But yeah, that's like a whole. It's big. It like went from like this size to this size. Now it's like way bigger. So Jermaine's like, yo, I don't know why Jermaine feels like they're like a whole force at this point. And like everything looks super healthy. They're like super strong. Jermaine's been going to the gym more than me, dude. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? So yeah, everybody says, yay, Jermaine. I know, yeah. I'm so proud of him. All right, we need a tape. Dun, 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 dun. All right, cool. And then yeah, I think that should be it for this. Or actually, I'll do this. Oh my god. All right, there we go. But yeah, so I want to talk about Jermaine. What else did we do? Oh, yeah, the stream title. I'm sorry. What else did we talk about on stream? So, the stream title is, what was it? It was like, why faking it till you make it is backfires every time. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I found it. I swear I didn't just make that up. The title's a good topic. Yes, Roses, I'm glad to hear that you're stoked on it. So, while I tell my version of it, I'd be stoked to hear if anyone has like a good faking it till they make it story. Low-key, if you got a good one, share a good one. But if you got a one where it backfired, that'd be, that's kind of like that'd be kind of funny to hear too. But the reason why I bring mine up is because I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and it was going over like an article about how some dude. So this happens in like motherfucking low-key European countries all the time, but it rarely happens in America. But there was like a guy that like got caught up like pretty much like stealing a ton of money doing streaming fraud. So essentially they would make like bot farms of like oh my god, I made this too small. Well, I guess I'll say this for them for later. But they would essentially like sign artists. They would sign artists to their label, and then essentially like run a bunch of like bots on their music that they signed to make it seem like they were like going big, and then would use the fake numbers that they got from using bots to get them into like different concerts and stuff like that, to open for these bigger artists and everything. So essentially like they faked it, and they were doing that for like years. I think since like the 2010s, and they kept getting away with it. And it wasn't until just recently did like the government like find the dude and like put him in jail. Yeah, I think that the article is called Fake as Fuck. The wannabe rock star accused of scamming streamers on Rolling Stone. But yeah, that's insane. Yeah, and I guess it's like one of the quotes is, in October of that year, federal prosecutors say Smith emailed himself a breakdown of how many streams he was generating each day and the corresponding royalty amounts. He had 1,040 different streaming accounts, each one streaming approximately 636 songs a day. And with his music accruing about 500,000 streams every day that he signed to his like label, and the average royalty per stream was at 0.5 cents Smith estimated he was earning about like $3,000 a day, $100,000 a month, or 1.2 million a year. And Gojiri, guess who's back? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, how you doing? How's your Tuesday? And Rosa says all those years could have been applied to efforts to be real. Exactly, Rosa. That's what I'm saying. Because like I know like a common phrase is like faking it till you make it, and it's like, dude, why fake it till you make it if you could just make it? You just put in the work to make it. But Suideo says, geez, I know, yeah. But the extra big bummer about all this is that like the way Spotify like pays artists, and the way they get away with this is that the way Spotify pays artists is they just take every streaming, it's not just Spotify, all the streaming services. They just take all the money that they get from different like motherfucking premium accounts. So like, you know, like if you have like a college account, which is cheaper, or you have a family plan, or you have an individual plan, it takes all the money and just puts it into one big pot. And then it goes, hey, Taylor Swift, you got 1 billion streams. So here's, you know, which is like 10% of all streams. So here's 10% of all the money that we made in our like pot. You know what I mean? So Spotify keeps 30. So it'd be 10% of the remaining 70 of all money that Spotify makes, for example. But what's goofy about this is that if he had 1,040 accounts, and let's say he paid $10 each, that means he was paying $10,000 a month into the accounts. So ideally, what would happen is that he would use his accounts to stream the music, right? And then he would just get back what he put in. So then, womp womp, he makes no money. But because of this whole system, if he like shifts the streams over into his favor, then that's how he's able to steal from the pot. Because essentially, he's like shifting his overall amount of streams he's getting versus how much money he's putting in to own all these accounts. So it's like a supply, demand, return on investment type of thing that Spotify created. So he can pay $10K a month and owning Spotify accounts, but then make back $100K. So, but if Spotify were to actually like pay everyone based on like how much you directly stream Taylor Swift versus how much you directly stream whatever artist, then this whole system wouldn't work. But Spotify refuses to change it because the major labels fake all their streams too. So, because they want like, you know what I mean? So they would lose money if they were to turn this down. So yeah. But Gujiri says, doing good, just chilling right now and enjoying my free time. I'm glad to hear, dude. Yeah, I mean, same here for the most part. We just hanging out, packing orders. Yeah, I'm packing all these orders and then I gotta pack up my house because I'm moving. So yeah. Oh, I should do one more. But yeah, so pretty much seeing this was like wild, and that's why it's like fraud, because essentially the dude was like using Spotify to motherfucking make an ROI when no one was actually listening to his music. It was all of his fake accounts just generating all this fake music, and then technically stealing it from smaller artists. But let's keep it real. It wasn't that they were stealing from smaller artists, they were stealing from Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift was like, ain't nobody faking my streams except me. Which I'm not saying, I mean, I don't think it's a bold take to be like, Taylor Swift fakes your stream. Like literally every major artist, like watch it, just throwing it out there. If anyone else is interested in all the music business stuff I'd be talking about sometimes, watch like an interview with a guy named Russ. He's like a rapper. He'll tell you, bro. He'll tell you how crazy this shit gets. There's so many little like dirty little secrets, dude. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, but that's why I was saying faking it till you make it backfire. So the guy like faked it. I guess he like worked with like Sway in the morning. He worked with all these other crazy people because essentially he would use the big streaming numbers to make money, but on top of that, he would use his new clout to work with Royce da 5'9", Sway, RZA, DJ Khaled, and they were all like, "Man, this guy's really popular," because they didn't look into it. And it was before it was like this is like early on, so it was hard to tell when people were faking stuff on Spotify because like the data wasn't like really that public. So he used it to get all like money in other ways. So he used like fake clout to get money out through shows and stuff like that, and yada yada. But I eventually got found out. So yeah. But it's crazy. I'm just like, damn, dude. It's like, so that's why the title is "Faking It Till You Make It," because it'll backfire. Because you do all this and motherfucking it backfires, and then you get found out, and then you're in federal prison. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Rosa says the phrase "fake it till you make it" also applies to a collage of people that have had no choice but to cheat their way into classes over how demanding. Oh yeah, true, very true. But I argue it's not worth over how important some of it will be for whatever job you want. Yeah, that's very true. That I feel you on that, because there's some people like, what's a good example? I think college is a good one, because it's like one of those, like, you know, you're kind of incentivized to like fake it till you make it because everyone else is incentivized to fake it till they make it. So it's like if you genuinely are the best candidate, but like you lose to someone who like just kind of like stretched the truth, then it's like that's a bummer. You know what I mean? That's not very fair. So I feel that. But you know, I don't know. I think I agree with you, Roses. And I think your real point, Roses, if I understand correctly, is just like there's nuance to it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's some moments where you should be faking it till you make it, like something like that. Yeah, I can see that. I agree. But like to your point, like if it's like something you actually have to do for your job, it's like, okay, well, come on now. You know what I mean? I kind of want a doctor that actually knows what they're doing, not a doctor who just pretended like they knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want an airplane pilot that actually knows how to fly a plane. You know what I mean? So yeah. So there's definitely some nuance there, but yeah. But it's also stuff like this too, is that I guess like the real lesson I try to like, I learned this like a while ago. Like that's something actually I struggled with a lot last year, was like recognizing that like sometimes you'll look at like, you know how they say like comparison's the thief of joy, I mean, stuff like that. And like you shouldn't compare yourself to others, but like it's human nature to do so. And I do think there is some value in comparing yourself to others. Because like sometimes it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's like a good like reality check, I feel like. It's like, dude, like look. Y'all watch me all the time. You watch me sit here for a whole hour and pack orders. If I were to be like, yeah, I'm a good order. No, I'm not a good order packer. I am not a good order. I could go to any Amazon employee and they would be so much faster at this than I am. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's good to compare in terms of like am I good at this thing? But like, I feel like there's a certain point where, yeah, you no longer get anything out of comparing yourself to others. You kind of have to only compare yourself to yourself. But anyways, what I try to bring up here is that like when you get to a certain point, then it's like when you compare, it's like you never know what they're doing that like might be sketchy or whatever, stuff like that, or like who they know or something. So I think the real point is that like, you know, if you're ever comparing yourself to someone, always take a second to be like, you know what? Maybe this guy is stealing millions of dollars. But you would never know. So yeah. Or like maybe that person actually like their dad is famous. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, so it's like I feel like there's a certain point where you can only compare yourself to yourself, and I feel like this is like a good reminder of that. But Rosa says exactly my point. Lol, I don't blame people who have to though. It's intense. College hasn't been for me, but I still want to continue to try. I feel that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page, Roses. And Rosa says I consider myself also a slow person as a whole, and I realize I got to stop putting myself down and try things out since it's important and I can learn. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Roses. So like, you know, and plus it's not like, you know, there's some things you're good at that some people aren't good at, and there's some things that other people are good at that you won't be necessarily as fast at or something, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, don't beat yourself up about it. I mean, I think it's just all about like leaning into your better skills. Like, I mean, at some point, I want to pack orders and stuff. I'm definitely going to sign everything as long as I can, but at a certain point, I'm going to be like, look, man, my time is better spent making new music, making beats than it is, packing orders. So yeah. So we'll get there one of these. I mean, in terms of, I'll keep streaming. Even if I wasn't packing orders, I still keep streaming. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a certain point, or maybe what I'll probably do at some point is maybe we'll have a stream and I'll have like someone else in the order packing streams so I can sign stuff while they're in the background packing stuff. I don't know, we'll figure it out. You know what I'm trying to say, Roses? Like, yeah, you gotta lean into your strengths and like don't beat yourself up for your weaknesses. That's okay. But Video says, well, you never know until you see them on the news. No, for real though. I'm trying to think if that ever happened to me. There's been, I mean, yeah, you never know until you see them on the news. That's a good point. So yeah. I need I make 2 separate orders for my man's Robert. All right, cool. Let's do it like this. And then Zaku says, "Damn, I wish I was stealing millions of dollars." Shit, I know, right? I couldn't imagine, dude. So I don't know. I'm the kind of person, dude. Honestly, like even I'm a skater, dude. Even when I would like, skate schools at a certain point, I was like, dude, I just don't like doing bad stuff. It just makes me uncomfortable. Like it just makes me uncomfortable. Like I'm not welcome here. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, they won't let me put my man's phone number. Okay, well. There we go. And then Zaku says, "I've always been on the news a few times, and I ain't shit." I feel that. Have I ever been on the news? I think I was I was in the newspaper once. I remember once I was in the newspaper for like a science fair thing when I was like a kid. I forgot what my science project was, but I remember being like having the newspaper and being like, "Oh my god, I'm on the newspaper!" You know what I mean? And my mom being like, "Oh my god, my son's on the newspaper." You know what I mean? Doing his science fair project. And I remember too, like the reporter lady coming up to me with a microphone or whatever, and I was like, "Yeah, did my science project. It's cool." You know what I mean? And being like, "Oh shit, it's a camera. I gotta act." You know what I mean? I gotta put on the charm. It's crazy that I remember that. I'm glad you brought that up, Zaku, because yeah, I totally forgot that happened to me. I mean, this is about you, but I'm sorry. But I mean, yeah, hey, we all end up on the news at some point. I feel like it happens. Newspaper. All these different things. What do I... All right, cool. And Rosa says, "Being on the news for a good event sounds fun." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming Zaku was on the news for good stuff. Probably for you were on a deadass Zaku. I think Zaku might be if I'm not mistaken, that or I don't know. Zaku do be I'm not gonna lie. Zaku and I also have a past of being in the streets. But no, I think Zaku was on Japanese news. No, didn't like NHK interview you for Team in Tokyo or something? Like the Japanese news network or something? They were like, "Yep, look at these Americans. They be DJing City Pop out in Los Angeles." So yeah, Zaku's going on the news. But Rosa says, "Being on the news for a good event sounds fun." Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just read that twice. But exactly. But yeah, I don't think I've been on the news since. Was I ever? I don't think so. No. Yeah. Plus, I don't think I watch anyone that watches the news anymore. Like all the news I watch is always like an Instagram creator or something being like, "Bro," like a YouTuber being like, "Bro, look at this." But actually, technically, I watch TLDR news. I like watching foreign news, low key, because I feel like they give us the most unbiased takes on our own stuff. Which, who knows? Maybe the U.S. government pays foreign people to make it feel like that we're not watching our own news. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. government was like, "Hey, we notice a lot of Americans are watching UK news about themselves, so here's a quick $1 billion." But anyways, but I don't know. At least watching like foreign creators make US news, I like watching that because I feel like they have a much more unbiased view of us. So that's the only news I watch is like UK YouTubers talking about like American news, and I'm like, all right, sick. Because I want that unbiased. But then also they got UK bias though, so who knows? They'd be like, "Yo, what tastes great with toast? Beans." It's like, I don't know about that one. So maybe, I don't know. I have to reconsider the strategy now I think about it. But ZBGBs, yo, what's up, dude? Good to see it. Yeah. Oh my God, see you. Hey, yo, the man himself. Hope you're well. Hey, thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just packing up a big order for Robert. It's, you know, chill Tuesday. I'm gonna go to the gym after this. How you doing, ZBGBs? How's your Tuesday? And Rosa says, I stick to news for my friends and social media because of that. Yeah, because of like bias and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the news sometimes would be like telling you whatever they want. They be trying to feed you the information they want you to know. They're trying to program our brains, man. They want us to eat bugs because they got protein in them. But what's it called? Zaku says, I used to listen to BBC News when I would do overnight stock for Fresh and Easy. Rest in peace. Oh, dude, yeah, Fresh and Easy, dude. That was I know you worked at Fresh and Easy. That's sick. Yeah, I never shopped there because I couldn't afford it, Lamau. But Fresh and Easy is like a RIP, dude. They were a classic. Damn, this is a really good looking plushie. You know, because they like sew them themselves at wherever I used to get them. So sometimes they come out like, this is a really good one, dude. I'm hooking Robert up. I'm kind of like, yo, this one's mine. You know what I mean? But I got adopted. But fucking Zaku, I miss stealing from that place. Is that how you ended up on the news, Zaku? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry to skip around, Lane, but it's funny. No, that's comedy though, Zaku. That is comedy. I love that. What's it called? But Lane says, sorry to get off track, but honestly, okay, sick, no worries. Honestly, if it makes you feel any better, quality over quantity sometimes can be the best thing in certain situations. Miniature painting teaches you that fast. No, I feel that for sure. Definitely, and that's what I'm trying to get at with the whole like stream schedule too. It's like I'd rather, you know what I mean? I'd rather stream less often and like be more into it and be able to like really put time into it and stuff than just like do it every day or something. That's why I'm kind of thinking we'll probably do like 2 days a week for a while until I get like, you know, kind of like find my footing with a new apartment and everything, and then maybe scale back up after I have a plan. There's like a lot of like different stream things I've talked about so far of like, oh, we should like add this or do that, and I just haven't had the time to even like sit down and actually like, you know, set it up. So I really want to like, you know, have time to like, you know, in between streams set stuff up and make more music. Because I'm like very confident most of one's gonna be so banging, dude. It's gonna bump. I want to make sure I have the time to like really like lock in on that. So I'm glad we're on the same vibe, Lane. And then let me tape this up, ZBGBs. Okay, sick. Yeah, this box is weird, dude. It's like all kind of. That's good enough. It's like the box is like too. One of the flaps is too big. There you go. Sick. But ZBGB says, good stuff, man. Did I say it? ZBGBs? If so, like that's such a sick name. But good stuff, man. It's been a good day. Roasted some coffee. Oh, you're a coffee. Dude, that's so sick. Now we're home chilling. So do you have like a, like by roasting some coffee, did you like make coffee or do you have like the actual like coffee roaster? Do you like roast the beans at home and stuff and then grind them and everything? So I'm a coffee guy, dude. Or I used to be at least. I just stopped drinking as much because of my stomach. But I had coffee yesterday, dude, and honestly, my stomach handled it pretty okay. I might low key if I go outside today, other than the gym, I might go grab some coffee. I'm not gonna lie, because I gotta pack this house. But Zaku says, I'm gonna gear up, start streaming again soon. Oh, sick. Yeah, dude, please do. That'd be super sick. I'll throw you on DJing on my second monitor, dog. I'm looking for that. I need plushy glasses. Oh, did I bury them? I did. Oof. Oof. But oh, ZBGBs, I roast coffee for my family's coffee co. Dude, that's so sick. Dude, I love coffee. That's so dope. If you don't mind me asking, what's your ZBGB? I've been doing it for 5 years. I still got a lot to learn. It's been a super cool experience so far. I bet, dude. If you don't mind me asking, are you down to plug it? Can I know? I'd be stoked to check it out. Like dead ass for real. I don't drink too much coffee for sure. That's comedy, yeah. Yeah, I used to drink like a lot. I used to have like an espresso brewer at home. I used to be so into it, dude. It was crazy. But yeah, plug your coffee company. That'd be stoked to hear it, if you don't mind. But Austin, dude, Austin, good to see you, dude. What up, man? Just got my New Game Plus Aviscerall Monsters order put in. I saw it. Can't wait to add to my collection of your merch. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate it. And in fact, I have it right here. I already printed it out and I wrote you a note. Like I wrote you a whole little handwritten note on it. So yeah, we're gonna pack it in a little bit. I'll pack it right after I'm done packing Robert's thing. I just gotta pack them together, a plushie and stuff, and then I'll go ahead and start on yours. So sick. Dude, thank you again, Austin, though. I really appreciate it, dude. I'm so hyped to send it to you. They look really good. I don't know if you saw, but I showed on my story, someone named Landon in the Kaiju Club got theirs, and like, they took such a good picture of the swirl. Like, I mean, it already looks good, but like, I was like, damn, dude, how'd you get the swirl to look like so defined? You know what I mean? Like, they just had like just the right lighting to really show off how sick it looks. So yeah, I don't know. Now says my plushies on my shelf. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Robert's about to know how cool the plushies are. But ZBG, all right, let me catch up on everybody. Simply Dale says, reminding me to check Dunkin' Donuts for some coupons tomorrow. Hey, dude, Dunkin's? Yeah. Did I tell you, Simply Dale, I used to work at Dunkin'? That was my first job ever, was working at Dunkin' Donuts, dude. What's it called? Dunkin' Donuts was that was my first job, man. So I fuck heavy with Dunkin' Donuts just because of that. But that's like they got coupons for you out there. We don't got any Dunkin' Donuts coupons out here. But Rosa says, I'm not a coffee person, but more of a tea person. But my dad would love that coffee. That's cool. Oh, sick. Yeah, Rosa, so to your point, I had to switch to tea because it helps my stomach a lot more. Because coffee like makes my stomach worse, but it's like I like the coffee caffeine high more. I'm keeping it real. But tea's been nicer to like still get me some caffeine, but like settle my stomach. So I do a bit of both, but I've been more tea lately. But I low key I miss coffee, dude. I need my fix. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we're trying to get. Give them a motherfucking bow. Nah, actually I don't have enough to give out then. That's another thing too, is like sometimes I'm like, I want to give them all the stickers, but then I'm like, wait a minute. If I, especially like the launch stickers, like the Aviscerall Monster stickers, but I'm like, if I do, then I'll run out. So I was like, I can't be too nice, or else it'll suck for everybody else. But ZBGB says, absolutely, I wasn't trying to just come in and sell promo. Yeah, no worries, dude. Our website is GadsonCoffeeandTea.com. Okay, sick. Future me, look up Gadson Coffee and Tea when I rewatch the VOD. GADSDEN coffeeandtea.com. And we're on Facebook and Instagram too. Sick. I'll check it out, dude. Thanks for sharing it. I appreciate it, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll check that out after the stream. Or probably, I'll be honest, I'll probably check it out like tomorrow when I rewatch the VOD. But yeah, I'm stoked to check it out, dog. But Austin says, sick, dude, my plushie. Oh yeah, we were talking about your plushie on the shelf. Hell yeah. Puptard Mutt says, my plushies are on the floor on the shelves. Oh, sick, dude. And good to see you, Puptard. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Tuesday going, dude? And I'm glad to hear that you got yours around the house too, dude. That's super sick. So we did that. I gotta scratch these off. As I get them all together. Oh. My bad, y'all. I'm like grabbing everything. But Pop-Tart. Austin says, I got a Cyberpunk coffee mix and shaker from Madrinas. It's so cool looking. Oh, sick, dude. Like Cyberpunk 2077 or just like a Cyberpunk theme? Like as in like it's like, you know, all like neon and like, you know, stuff like that, futuristic looking. Shake the bodies all over the floor. And then Austin KXDE. Oh, there's two Austins. Uh-oh. I bought your CD a couple hours ago. I can't wait. Dude, thank you so much for grabbing my my album, dude. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I printed out already. So you might get your tracking link in like a little bit. It's in like this pile right here. I don't know if you can see it from over there, but I have like a big pile of orders. So yours is in this pile. And yeah, I'm gonna pack it up tonight and probably get into the post office to you by tomorrow. If not tomorrow, probably Thursday, I'll be honest. Just because I'm moving right now. Like my entire, like my house. I'm moving houses or apartments, but yeah. So I might have to end up packing my house tonight, but either way, dude. I already got your thing printed out, and I mean, you can always stop by here and you can be like, bro, pack my CD, and I got you. So yeah. Thanks, I appreciate you grabbing it though. And ZBGBs, always appreciate who wants to check us out. Okay, I'm glad to hear it, dude. Yeah, dude, of course. I mean, it's super sick that you're like, you know, working on a family business. That's like so wholesome. It's like super wholesome, dude. So I definitely want to check it out. Just trust me, I know what it's like to run a business. This shit is hard. But Rosa says that's cool. There's also tea. I've been meaning to buy tea from a shop for a while for a treat myself. Yeah, same, Roses. I don't know if you ever go to like anime conventions, Roses, or anybody here, but like they usually have like for some reason tea vendors at anime conventions, and like some of the teas they put in are so good. What I noticed is they put like a ton of honey in them to make them taste so good. So I tend to like not grab them, but I'm always like, dude, I gotta grab one of these one day. And because it's a convention too, they usually charge like higher prices, low key. So I'm usually like, I'm usually pretty wary. I don't know. I'm like the worst person at like an anime convention. I'm always like, no, like I'm okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And Roses asked real quick, was it anime themed? Surprisingly, no. Like it'll be just like a random, just like, yeah, we sell tea. We're like a local tea vendor. We got tea. So yeah, they're just like, yeah, we just happen to got tea and we're here. But Austin says the Cyberpunk coffee mix is Cyberpunk 2077. That's cool. They have. I didn't even know they had coffee mix. Hey, you know what? Why not? I'm glad to hear that it's cool looking though. I bet it's super cool. That's like one game I never got the time to play, dude. I still want to like play it one of these days. Yeah, because I never, yeah. In fact, I don't know if I told this story. I'm sorry if I did. But actually, this is... Actually, no, it's still, like, unrelevant now. But, what's it called? And Austin says it's one of the best games you ever played. Dude, I know, dude. I know, dude. It looks so sick. It reminds me of a low-key deep cut of Jak 2, dog. You ever played Jak 2 for the PlayStation 2? That's what it reminds me of. But, here, let me, don't let me forget my Cyberpunk 2077 story. But CBGB says I'm definitely gonna cop some CDs soon. Oh, dude, thank you. I appreciate it, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, I'd be stoked to sign them, ship them over to you. And like, if anything, too, I could sign them like when you're in stream too. So you ever like stop by, you can grab them, bro. I sign them for you live. We'll do it live. I mean, I'll pack it for you live because I usually sign them beforehand. Like when I like low key when I like talk to friends, just so I can like, you know, get this done faster. So people aren't like waiting for me forever to like get stuff shipped out. But yeah. But you know what I'm trying to say. But I'll pack it for you live. Or maybe sign it live. I don't know. Sometimes I have to. But and then ZBGB says, so we're a small Southern Arizona company. Hey, and the tea we sell is sourced from couple different companies. It's all very good stuff. Hell yeah, ZBGBs. Well, dude, I'm in Phoenix. That's super sick. So they'd be local. I'm from Southern California. I'm from like Moreno Valley, if you're familiar, and like technically Long Beach too. But yeah, I'm in Phoenix now, dude. So fucking, you know, it'd be to me. It would get to me like tomorrow. So y'all check it out, dude. And ZBGB is also. I definitely need to start drinking more tea and a bit less caffeine. Exactly, I feel you, dude. Yep. All right, cool. I'm just gonna fill this up with a bunch of like paper to keep it all stable, and we should be good. And then Austin said one of the guys ever played. Yeah, okay, cool. So I think I got it. If I missed your message, I'm sorry. I've been pretty bad about jumping around, just because I noticed that like sometimes I'll like be talking like 3 different topics at once. I was like, I probably should figure out how to like keep them on. Not that that's the problem with anyone, but you know, it's just me. I don't have ADHD, but I feel like sometimes when I re-listen to the VODs, I'm like, damn, talking to like 10 people at the same time, like disjointed. So I'm trying to like learn how to like balance my brain to read everything and be like, okay, this is this topic, and then we could, I don't know. You know, I don't know. But Austin says, I actually completely forgot about the release of New Game Plus until today. As soon as I remembered, I bought the vinyl. Okay, sick, dude. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's why, low-key, I hope I never feel bad about it in the Kaiju Club, but like, I always send reminders because of that exact reason. Because people have told me like, oh yeah, I did want to buy it, and I just forgot. So I usually like send like the reminders for folks. And thankfully no one's ever complained about the reminders, but yeah. But yeah, so no worries, dude. Like you're not the only one. It's hard. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm forgetting too. Like I remember the first Electronicon, I think I forgot to buy tickets, and I was like, damn. And like I'm a big Vaporwave fan, so it was kind of like crazy for me to forget. But yeah, gotta collect it all. Hell yeah. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you wanting to collect. I'm a collector too, so yeah. But my Cyberpunk 2077 story is I think I told this before, so my bad if I did. But what happened is that I think I mentioned before, my brother got really sick for a little bit, like super sick. So he stayed with me for like a cool second. And what was funny though is that he got sick right before Cyberpunk 2077 came out. And if you remember, Austin, or anyone else who played the game, they like absolutely poured a ton of money and effort into like marketing this to be like the best game ever made. And people didn't know how bad it was until literally the day it launched. Because even the reviewers were like, this game is so great. And then like the reviewers also low-key lied because there was a ton of bugs and stuff in it that like no one ever talked about. So my brother got sick, I think the week before it came out. So he was like, bro, I can't wait till next week. I'm about to play Cyberpunk. It's gonna be so sick. And then he got sick. And then I remember right when I picked him up from from the hospital. And we were driving home. He's doing much better now. He's all good. And I was like, yeah, man, so like you excited to be out? He's like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I've been thinking about the entire time I've been sick is, fuck, I can't wait to play Cyberpunk 2077. And I was like, yeah, so about that. And he was like, oh no. So yeah. And Austin was like, yeah, the bugs were awful amount. Exactly, yeah. And I think it was like, they also had it too, so it was like they had like the PS5 version and like the Xbox Series X version or whatever. And they had sold it for PS4 too, but the PS4 version was so bad, PlayStation unlisted it from the store. And my brother had a PS4, so he literally bought and pre-ordered the absolute worst version of the game. So he was like, fuck, dude. He was like, damn. ZBGB says, the way they released the game made me not want to play it for the longest time. Yeah, same here, dude. I still haven't played it because of that reason. I don't really play games as much. I've been like more on my gym and fitness journey right now. But it's like one of those games that whenever someone talks about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to like spend the time to play it. And Rosa says, ouch. Somebody else says, yikes, Lamau. I know, dude. To me, it's like, I don't know, it's like one of my like favorite stories. Like when I die, I want the whatever higher being to be like, remember that time when your brother was, I feel like, yeah, that shit was comedy. I'm not like laughing at him, but just more like, it's just funny how that's how life goes sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just like, kind of like, damn, life really do be like that sometimes. This is a 12 by 9 by 6. And it weighs how much? And then what's it called? So yeah, what Austin says. Yeah, they announced the damn thing in 2013. Lamau, I don't know how it came out so damn buggy. No, dude, for real. It's like crazy. Cause I think it came out super buggy because like they kept like it was like too many cooks in the kitchen type of deal. If I'm not mistaken. From like, cause there's a YouTube creator called Big Boss, I think his name is, and he'll like do like really funny breakdowns of like, you know, tragic video game stuff and like how it all like just completely like falls under, like how they all goofed so bad. So yeah, so I watched that video and I think a lot of it was like, you know, they kept hyping it up all the way from 2013, kept adding more and more and more features until at some point they were like, look, you guys need to start actually making money in this game that we've been dumping like billions into. And they were like, okay, fine. And then by then it was like so much going on, like they had to like, you know, there was no clear direction on where the game actually was. So they had to just like release a buggy mess. Because like no one ever like finally said, this is what the game is, these are the features, yada yada. But Skyr says apparently it's gotten better with updates, but yeah, yikes. Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing, Skyr, is that I heard that the game is amazing now that all the updates are out. So I kind of want to go and like play it now. It's like a finished good game. But yeah, because it looks like my kind of game, dude. I love sci-fi stuff, dude. All right, cool. And Austin says that was why I didn't play it till 2025 because of the release. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, say exactly, dude. Yeah, so I'm gonna play catch up too. I'm gonna try it one of these times. All right, now I gotta do some wild shipping math. Oh wait, this one is this one's this one. Okay, cool. But somebody says, yeah, honestly, good for them for getting their redemption arc. Yeah, no, for real. I love it when people like, you know, go back and like do their thing. Because like No Man's Sky also did the same thing, right? Where they like went back and like, you know, did good by the community and like actually did what they needed to like, you know, make it good. So yeah. So that was all of that. Vinyl and tapes, and yep, that's what was inside that box. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing that. I split up in 2 different packages. It's like super complicated now to like put everything together for Robert. But not that I'm complaining, but just, you know, I'm just keeping it real. I just don't want to fuck up. But it looks like we are good. Cool. Robert, if you watch this, thank you so much, dog. I appreciate you. All right. Anyways, so not to like say anyways. You don't just say anyways. Like it says, right now it's way better. They've got most of the bugs and visual glitches out. Rarely anything game breaking now, but I tend to break the game on purpose. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, dude. I feel like fucking game like glitches in games are kind of like a lost art, dude. Those were kind of a vibe back in the day. Oh, but Austin's here. Yeah, Austin, let me pack yours right now. So that's okay, cool. This is you. I got you right now, Austin. Thanks for stopping by again, Austin, and supporting. But yeah, I feel like game glitches are kind of like a lost art, dude. They were like such a vibe back in the day. I feel like we gotta. Like I've always like wondered like if anyone would actually. Well, I guess that's what Goat Simulator is. It kind of is like a game that was like built around keep the glitches in the game because this shit is too comedy. You know what I mean? Zaku, you always catch me on. Zaku's always teasing me, dude. That fool said, anyways. No, Zaku. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if Robert watches this, they know I appreciate it. I'm trying to do 3 things at once. And plus, they're not even here right now, so who knows? But if they do watch it, you know, Robert, I appreciate you. Anyways, no, I'm kidding. I'm messing around. But yeah, Lane, that's you break the game on purpose, though. Hell yeah. But Rosa says, added too much? Oof, bugs make sense now. Yeah, exactly. Because it was kind of like, you know, like sometimes when you have like a big idea for a project and you're just like, oh, it'd be cool if they did this, and it'd be cool if they did that, and it'd be cool if we added this. and it's like at a certain point you have to choose like what is the scope of what we're doing. You know what I mean? At a certain point you have to be like, no, look, this thing does this. It doesn't do everything in the world. It just does these few things really good. So because of it, they were just like so many like, it would be cool if you could like, you know, start a business in the game and then you could like do multiplayer with your friends. And it was, so they would try to add all these different features that just ended up becoming like a cobbled mess. So they had to cut out most of them. And by the time they were done cutting everything, they were like, fuck, we have no time to even make the game. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it was just bad planning. So it's not even like really the developer's fault. It was like the business leads and like the project managers that like really goofed it all up. If you want to point fingers, but yeah, if I understand correctly, I don't know. I don't work for them, but yeah, I just watched a YouTube video. But Lane says, I think the reason why it flopped so bad is because they were too focused on next gen tech. And true, Lane, that's another good point. Roses, to Lane's point, the game also came out right around the time the PS4 or PS5 dropped. So they not only were they adding all these features, but they were also trying to like port a game that they made in 2000, you know, started in 2013 all the way to the latest console. So it was just like a lot of work that, you know, because they were taking so long to make the game to like finalize what they actually wanted the game to be. You know, they didn't have time to like port it over to the new systems and stuff. So it was just like, it was just bad decision after bad decision that like piled up into like one big mountain of poop. That makes sense. And Austin says, nice. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I had to get the whole, see, look how much bubble wrap I have, dude. I could fucking, but yeah, I had to get some bubble wrap for you, Austin. I left the bubble wrap on the vinyl just in case, you know what I mean? Sometimes the USPS employees, they don't be giving a fuck. So yeah. So I'll be honest, I doubt this helps much, but hey, at least it shows that I care. I care about your vinyl getting there to you as safe as possible. So yeah. In fact, I cut too much bubble wrap. There we go. Subideo says that's just a segue in mind for the anyways. Yeah, I think Zaku, it's because we're like IRL homies. Zaku's always messing with me. So yeah. But yeah, dude, the funniest one is that this is so funny, Subideo, but on Zaku, at both of y'all's point, this is a YouTuber I watch that like has like people on all the time. Oh man, it's like a Shaji YouTuber, but sometimes they'll be like, like it's just so fucking mean. But it's like his segue is that someone's like, oh, well, you see, because Venus is here on the chart, it means that they're going to get married on this day. And he always looks at him with the most plain face, and he's like, sure. So anyways, like, so it's just the fact he says sure and then just starts talking about something else is like, to me, it's like, damn, he didn't give a fuck about what you just said. But he did, and he's like confirming, like, oh yes, what you said is correct. But for some reason, he says sure. That's like his segue. And to me, it's just like, damn, dude, like he just fucking dismissed what you said. That's crazy. And you're the guest, damn. Oh no. I don't know, I'm probably way too hyped on that for no reason, but to me, it's a comedy. Oh. But anyways, Rosa says, long-lasting online games get buggy at some point where I learned about how bugs can sneak into which sucks because it clashes with the players in times if it's a small team. Yeah, exactly, Roses. Yeah, because like building games is hard. There's just like so much going on that you're trying to like, it's like trying to like, what's the phrase? Like trying to build an airplane while flying it, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're trying to like make a, what's it called? It's like trying to like, you know, fly the airplane and like someone's in the back like adding like on the edge of the plane trying to add another wing on, you know what I mean? That's what, I don't know, at least in my experience, when I've made games through my whole programming experience, that's how it's felt. Because you're trying to like add all these different things and like have the plane still fly. I don't know. Barrow says, oh, I see. And it says, I can't help to say, but you make him sound like the nerd. Yeah, it is a very, well, like that's kind of the thing is that a lot of the stuff, like they're very, like, it's honestly why I kind of like them too, is because they are so like stoic, you know, like they are like the You know, like the college professor who's like not fun. Sometimes you want that college professor. If you're like really trying to learn material, you want the super dry. Okay, so you can see the vector here adds to the coefficient and then does this. Because those are the professors that usually like, you know what I mean, understand it the best. And like, is it the most conducive for like everyone learning? Maybe not, but like, if I'm like super into something, I'm like, dude, I want the guy that like speaks in monotone and just tells me what it is. You know what I mean? Because there's no guesswork around like, you know, when you try to start being like, well, you know, linear algebra is just like a TMZ. And it's like, what? There's no like, when you're like just slow and blunt, there's like no like confusion around like, what are they trying to say? So yeah, does that make sense? I don't know. But Simply Today is little that is very blunt. Yeah, to me, every time he does it, it makes me die laughing. I'm like, bro, you didn't just do that, dog. That's crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know. And Roses says, I've had the majority of teachers be the unfun or mean, and they turn out to be the sweetest, the best to learn. That's, yeah. So I agree, 100%. And to be just, I don't know, just so like no one understands, I don't know, I don't know why I'm like this, but just so no one misunderstands me, I'm very pro fun teacher, but to Rose's point, sometimes like, you know, the dry, unfun teachers sometimes don't get enough love, because like sometimes they do be the good ones too. Sometimes they do be the sweetest, what's it called? Because like, to really want to be a teacher and teach it like that, like the most just like plain by the book form, you gotta just really love that thing, you know what I mean? Like you gotta really love the thing you're talking about for you not to like at least try to make it fun. Because to you, just talking about it is fun. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And Super Deo says, that does make sense. I've had a teacher who would make a little too much outdated jokes. Love the guy, but did not understand a lot what they were trying to say or get across. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. I'm glad you get what I'm saying. Because, yeah. Because, like, especially for, like, stuff that's, like, I don't know, more on, like, the edge or, like, the edge of society. Like, I don't know, like, a lot of marketing stuff. Like, deadass, like, the marketing guys you want to watch are the ones that are, like, sound like college professors sometimes. Actually, no. For marketing, it's a little different. Because, like, you know what I mean? If they're a good marketer, their video would have, like, 1 billion views. You know what I mean? Like dead ass. But I don't know, I feel like even for like a lot of like the music stuff that I'm doing, like it was kind of like more on the edge of like knowledge, if that makes sense. And I like the, sit down in your chair, pull out your notebook, curriculum type of learning. When it comes to like everyday stuff, I'm like, no man, like make math fun. But when it comes to stuff like weird stuff, I'm like, yeah, I want the college like breakdown, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm rambling. Roberta says, still remember my strict science teacher putting in the brats in their place during a phase I struggled to learn over how disruptive it got. Oh, damn, yeah. Well, that's a bummer, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a class that was like so bad that the teacher had to like put the smack down on people. But low-key, I was always in like AP classes and stuff. Like I was in GATE. Was anyone in GATE? The gifted and talented education system or whatever? Or to me, GATE was always just like, oh, this kid does their homework. They're in GATE. You know what I mean? So he was like, what? Which, yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'd be stoked. Is anyone here? Were y'all in AP honors or like GATE as a kid? That's a whole, we got to do a whole stream about that low key, because apparently, oh yeah, and if Austin, you're still here, dude, I'm giving you Kaiju Club stickers, some mini stickers, and yeah, what else did I put in here? Oh, I gave you some Strong Monster stickers too, the new guy. So yeah, and I'll throw in a Monster Zero sticker too, because those are kind of new low key. Give you 2 of those. Yeah, Austin's been hella supporting. Austin still here? Okay, cool. Freshman year in my classes, yeah, Austin. So this is my, these stickers are my gifts to you, dog. So yeah, thank you for the support, dude. I really appreciate it. But Lane says I was in AP history. Oh, sick. Was I was in AP European history, which low-key looking back on it, I'm like, why the fuck did they have me learn European history? What do I got to do with European history? You know what I mean? And I did take AP US history, now that I think about it. A-push? Yeah. I forgot what I learned. I forgot what I learned. The only thing I remember learning in AP European history was like art stuff, which is kind of random because like it wasn't a European art history class, it was just European history. But yeah. And Austin says, freshman year, my classes sucked so bad, they made my history teacher cry. Oh, dude, that's a bummer. That must have been super sad to see. And Sibley Dale, nah, I remember taking IB classes in high school though, if anything. What are IB classes? Is that like college readiness? We had a thing called AVID, which is like advanced, I don't know what it was called, but it was like anyone could be an AVID. But it was pretty much like, yeah, you take Cornell notes and you're gonna go to college. We are going to brainwash you into like college is the only proper path after school. And if you don't go to college, you're gonna be homeless and your parents are gonna hate you. And it was brutal. And not that they said all that, but I mean, like, it was kind of implied. You know what I'm saying? But what's it called? Rampage says I was getting B's, but no B's. What are B's? But B's ain't bad, dude. B's are sick. I don't know. I remember too, like deadass. I've always kind of been a motherfucking like strategy guy. I remember I got really good grades in high school, so I can go to whatever school I wanted. I'm going to Cal State Long Beach because Snoop Dogg was from Long Beach, and Vince Staples. And then after I got to college, Rampage says ladies, Lamau. It'd be like that though. High school dating in high school is crazy, dude. That's like looking back, I'm like, how the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm cussing so much. This is the real me. But I'm like, why did we do that back when we were kids? You work on my slang? No, I like BZs, dude. I've just never seen it typed out more than anything. But Austin says, I'll find somewhere to put the stickers. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, have fun finding a place. Oh, let me pull up your packing slip. I mean, not your packing slip, your shipping label. I'll take my time. Oh yeah, there you are. And Zaku says for European history, a bunch of fabricated lies. Like, yeah, you spitting. Yeah, because I've been learning low key lately. What I've been learning a lot about is Islamic history, dude. I've been on my like history thing. It's been my I don't know if this is rude to say, but it's been like my special interest lately. It was economics before this. I used to watch a lot of economy videos, just like, yo, what's the economy of like Democratic Republic of the Congo doing right now? Or like, how is Japan going to handle the yen carry trade ending after years of whatever? Yeah, I mean, just like, oh wow. Well, lately it's been like history stuff. So I've been learning a lot of like Egyptian and like Greek in like Islamic history. And yeah, so much of it is like crazy that it's a lot like European history is like a lot of times like a translation of a translation. Not like what's it called? Not the history itself, but like a lot of like European like texts tend to be like Latin translation of Arabic texts that were then translated into like English or like Spanish or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's just been like, oh shit, what the fuck? So yeah, but because it's like a translation, like there's all these little small translation errors that end up having to be like undone. So it's kind of crazy. And Roses says to hydrate. Thank you, Roses. I do need to hydrate. So I ain't gonna lie, some of it is a lot of, I mean, like 90% of it is lies, but I'll give them at least some grace to be like 10% is just like translation errors of them trying to, yeah, motherfucking, what's it called? And Zaku says, you learned his story. Yeah, true, spin. Yeah, but I'm learning from like a Islamic dude named Dr. Ali. They actually teach at LMU in LA, low-key. They have like a Patreon. I've been like watching their videos about like Islamic history and stuff. But anyways, Subido says, yeah, pretty much. I was supposed to get the college credits and diploma from doing the IB classes. Waste of time depending on the way you look at it. Oh, that's a bummer, dude. Yeah, now I think about it, motherfucking, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, Austin, it's because I just printed the shipping label. I'm not gonna show it, but yeah, it's now. I just gotta say thank you on it and we're good. Yeah, I think I had a buddy that did the same thing where they took like college courses while they were in high school. And yeah, after that, I like never saw him again. Their name was also Ali, funnily enough. But yeah. What was I gonna say? But that's a bummer. So how come it was like a waste of time? Did you not end up getting the motherfucking college credits? Because I'd be pissed. I'd be like, bro, what the hell did I do this for? Then I could have been in high school. But Austin says, just got my shop notification. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm all over the place. But dude, here is your vinyl. It's on the way, Austin. I wrote you a note, gave you all those stickers, and yeah. So it'll be on the way. I'll drop it off at the post office for you tomorrow. Again, if not tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, just because I have to pack my house. But either way, it's on the way. It's there, and it's coming. I appreciate you. 6, what are we doing next? I'm doing these ones next. These are all vinyl, so let me, actually no. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? I gotta lock in. Okay, we'll put this right here. But somebody else says, nah, we all pretty much took college level classes in high school and got stressed for no reason. Yeah, see. I would have been pissed. I would have been beyond pissed. And somebody, I will never forgive them for making us write a 20-page essay for some bullshit. Yeah, dude. I'd be so pissed. Yeah, my thing is, dude, I got a computer science degree. Shit, I was gonna pull it down, but it's already packed it. But I got a degree, and it's crazy to me because I took AP classes. Like I took a bunch, and I started to do college for like 5 years. I was like, damn, dude. I was still in college for like 5 years. I was like, I guess engineering degrees they take like 6. So technically I like saved a year of college, but I'm still like, damn, dude, like, yeah, what was the point of that? I could have been chilling. I was so stressed during, yeah, to your point, I was so stressed during high school. On top of that, dude, now I think about, dude, my family was all like in a hard spot. I was over here taking college class, you know what I mean? Damn, bro. I could have been skating. I could have been skating. But what was sick though is that my last year of high school, I had a short schedule. So like pretty much I think like every it wasn't every day, but I think it was like every other day I got out of school like at lunchtime, and that was pretty sick. I just remember like skating home after school and being like, hell yeah, I'm gonna eat some food, gonna be chilling. It was pretty good time. But honestly, dude, I miss college. I think I kind of peaked in college, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And depending on how the music stuff goes, it's starting to go pretty good, I'm telling you. If it keeps going the way it's going, then I might peak again. But as of right now, the peak of my life was college for sure. I was living with Knit Navi. We were having taco parties all the time in the park, having all the homies pull up. You'd make tacos. It was sick. But yeah, I'd have been pissed having to write a 20-page essay. I'd been like, bruh. But Austin says, I'm probably gonna become some kind of electrical engineer, but I wish I could be a voice actor and a musician. You can always do both. Austin, there's like no shame in doing both. Deadass. I was a software engineer for 10 years, and I'm just now starting to do the music stuff. So like, keeping it real, Austin. I was telling my brother this too. I was like, deadass, get the electrical engineer job, and just do the music stuff on the side and the voice acting on the side, and then once you like save up a little nest egg, dude, I say make the jump. That was my path. I'm not saying you have to do my exact path, but hey, it's worth considering. Ain't nothing wrong with getting the bag first and then doing the music after, because you're never gonna be too old. Like dead ass for real. Like keeping it real. There's like so many artists that are like 40 that like do music and stuff like that. Like yeah, or like in their late 40s. Sick. And Austin says, I just hope I can be financially good enough and do it faster than like decades later, lol. I feel that. Just the thing, Austin is that's why I say, dude, I mean, if I may, if I liked my path, I would do it again. But again, teach their own. But and to be fair, I wanted to do music just as much as coding, but I kind of ended up leaning more coding because I knew it was like the better option for the financial side of things. But now I'm here in music. But anyways, for the financially good part, electrical engineer, you'd be fine, dude. And then do it faster than decades. So that's the thing, is that I've kind of like had to tell myself this. Dude, look, if we're lucky, but also like the average age is an average because it's an average. So like in theory, like, you know what I mean? We got until we're like 65. Really, like we had a long time to do music and stuff. And like, it also depends to Austin. I would think to yourself, what do you think makes a musician? Because deadass, like some musicians, like, you know, you can literally, there's so many musicians right now that are like touring the world, but they still have a full time. Like there's some musicians that are like signed to major labels doing like big festivals that still work a part-time job at a coffee shop. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to also answer the question of like, by being a voice actor and musician, do you more want like the status and like just the ability to do those kinds of things, or do you want to like make it your full-time job? Because ironically for me, if I may, I'm not playing like big festivals and stuff, but I'm doing music full-time, and it's like, yeah, I mean, but like technically I kind of wanted that path more than like the festival path. That makes, you know what I'm trying to say? So like, I wouldn't necessarily assume that it'd be decades later just because you decide to like set yourself up financially first. You know what I mean? In fact, there's an argument to be made too that if you were to like, let's say, just say, no, I don't want to be an electrical engineer, I'm going to go straight to music, which, no, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But there's an argument to be made that if you just took the 5 years aside to do the electrical engineering first and then flip that into like a music career after, that you would probably do it faster than to just like absolutely struggle and have to like essentially like pay back all the debts of wanting it right now. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? But I don't know. I don't want to sound like too like holier than thou or like I know the better way. But like, I don't know. I'm kind of glad that I went down the path that I did. If that makes sense. And keeping it real, I'm only 30, and things are just now starting to like really click. So yeah, does that make sense? And like honestly, most people who are like young who like blow up musically, they, you know what I mean, they're not as, again, so much of it is faking it till you make it. So like, I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, he's 21, he's famous. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But Austin says, I'm more so passionate about music than worrying about how much money it's going to give me. Well, if that's the case, then honestly, dude, like, I would say just grind during the day, do engineering, and just like grind at night at music. You know what I mean? If I may. Because like all the Groovy Kaiju stuff I've been doing, I was already playing shows while I was still working in tech and in college and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's more like when you get to start doing all this, that's when it's like, okay, now you gotta make a choice. But yeah, honestly, dude, I made it like dead ass, keeping it real. Like I made it pretty far in terms of like what you would consider like a big, like not like I'm not a big time musician, you know, like I've done some like, oh wow, like that guy is a really respected musician type of activities before I was even close to quitting my job. That makes sense. And I was making music and releasing it during all that. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say, I don't think it has to be an either or. But you know what's best for you, Austin. I'm sorry. I'm rambling super hard right now. I just hope it's helpful. And I know what I'm saying is kind of like a hot take based on like what you might read and stuff online, but yeah. But that's what I've seen. Because I think the only friend I have that like went straight from like high school to music was like my buddy Frank. But even then, Frank like was no, Frank's an amazingly hard worker and amazing. Like, he is so tapped in, like spiritually into society. It's kind of crazy, but that's a whole different conversation. But keep it real, like Frank also started a YouTube channel when it was like newer and you know, I mean, there was like less competition. Not saying that to discredit any of Frank's work, because Frank is beyond people. I feel like people don't put enough respect on his name, deadass. But in terms of his work and output and what he's done, but other things, you know, I mean, other things are other things. But in terms of like just his numbers, I feel like they're, no matter how you feel about the guy, yeah, I mean, like you gotta be like, damn, he worked hard for that from a very young age. But he's the only guy I know that's done it that way. Everyone else I know literally is like late 30s, early 40s, like doing big anime convention shows. Yeah, I mean, and stuff like that. But yeah. And Lane says, it all really comes down to is if you look back at your decisions in 5 to 10 years and see if it was worth it. Exactly, yeah. I 100% agree. Which sometimes it's hard to tell if it's going to be worth it or something, but you kind of have to like do that like leap of faith. But all in all, I agree, Lane, yeah. I agree. So yeah. I mean, also another point too, if I may, again, that's keep talking at you, Austin, but keeping it real, when I quit my job last, I was doing Uber Eats, man. I would like do music during the day and Uber Eats at night. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing wrong with having a job and doing music stuff. That shit, you know what I mean? It's kind of underrated. And if I may, I don't want to, you know, I want to tell someone's whole business, but I had a friend recently, a friend of a friend, who was doing music full time and was like, bro, like I have such a hard time doing stuff because, you know, I'm always like stressed about like how much money I'm making with the music stuff and all that, blah, blah, blah. And my buddy was like, bro, just get a part-time job. And he's like, no, man, like, because I could never, like, you know, like, why would I go back when now I like do music full time? And he's like, bro, just get a part-time job. And I eventually decided to get one. And he was like, honestly, that was the greatest thing I've ever done, because now I have all this stress. I have like so like, because they already had some music income coming in. So when they added the part-time job, it was like, I'm so much less stressed. When I do take the time to make music, it just flows out of me because I'm like not thinking about like, oh, this song has to do so good or else I won't make enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I think it's all balance. And that's coming from somebody that deadass, I know at some point I might have to get a job again too. Who knows? World's crazy. Anything could happen tomorrow. I'd be like, well, gotta pull up the keyboard. You know what I mean? Gotta see who's hiring. And yeah. But I don't know. I'm rambling. I hope I'm not being mean or sounding rude or anything or dismissing anyone. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But I 100% feel you on like wanting to do music. Like, fuck, I just want to do music so bad. You know what I mean? It's coming from the guy who like stayed up till 7 a.m. last night just like packing orders. Like, fuck, I want to get these orders out because I like love the support everyone's giving me, you know what I mean? So yeah. So Video says, having one music income is good, but having another is even better. Yes, Video. So yeah, see? Okay, I'm glad you feel me. Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree. And Rose says, better safe than sorry. Yeah, exactly. I do think there is, I think there is like a bit of balance to everything. I mean, everything we talk about, I feel like it's like, there's always like a nuance to everything, but yeah. I tend to lean on the side of better safe than sorry, but I do see the value in like taking a risk. Because I feel like sometimes the universe would be like, yo man, they'll be doing stuff that'll just try to push you in the right direction. And like, it's up to you to take the risk to be like, you know what? I trust that the universe has me when I do this thing. That makes sense. But at the same time, you should, what's it called? Be better safe than sorry. Because it's like, bro, universe can't, you know, do your life for you. It can only push you in the right direction. I don't know. Anyways, TR Tastemaker, what up, dude? Bro, what are you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing good. I'm sorry. I'm drinking my caffeine shack juice. But I'm packing vinyl. We just dropped that new album. So packing those up for Kaiju Club members and stuff. And yeah, just hanging out, chilling. How about you? How you been, dog? And what do you listen to with your headphones? I'm listening to the same music as you. I can hear all the music in my headphones. That's why I have it on, so I can like talk about it and stuff. Oh wait, it's down here for you if you're on Instagram. I'm sorry. The music down there, that's literally what I'm listening to in my headphones. It's the same music that you are right now. And keeping it real, whenever like all like the little like alerts come up for like when people sub and stuff, that comes to my headphones too. So if I'm like over here, I know to look back to be like, thank you. You know what I mean? So yeah. And TR says, here's the many more albums to come. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Monster Tape 1 at some point's gonna come out. That's gonna be wild. So yeah. And then we're gonna have Legends of the Empire after that. And I gotta make the Vaporwave compilation album of all the slowed down songs and the instrumental album. So yeah. Lots more albums to come. I already got like the next 4 planned out in my brain already. Deadass. Just gotta find the time to do it all. And TR says, I'm doing good. I'm going to start my podcast up again in a month. And I'd be so thrilled if you wanted to be a guest on it. Basically, the concept is that we listen to a curated list of music together. Would love to discuss music with you. Hell yeah. If you don't mind, send me an email about it. I'd be stoked to chat about it. What kind of music will we be discussing? Yeah, I only say I'll send me an email too just because of the timing of it all. But I am definitely interested. I will. Cheers. Sick. Hell yeah. It's in my bio. It's the same email that's in my Instagram bio, so yeah. But what kind of music are you trying to listen to, man? I've tried to hear it. You listen to metal, listen to future funk, listen to city pop. Is it dealer's choice? Is it my choice? Are you choosing? I'm gonna reach out to interesting people and ask them to suggest a song or any genre you listen to, and I give a reason why. Okay, cool. Sick. And Tiara says, also, we're going to reach out to your fans to get them to suggest a song. Okay, sick, yeah. That sounds cool to me. You can always just ask in the chat, too. Everybody here. I mean, not, but everyone here will be like, yeah, fucking have you ever listen to this? But hell yeah, Tiara. And Rosa says, this song isn't one of your ads, but let me discover you my favorite. Oh, thank you, I'm glad to hear it, Roses. Yeah, this is like, honestly, when I was making Never Ending Daddy, I was like, oh, this one's kind of special. Even in the process, I was like, oh, shit. The memes where like the studio starts catching on fire and you're like, oh shit. I was over there just like going crazy. And what's funny too is that this song, I knew it had some like space standy like vibes to it. So the most fun part was making the whole space ambience. So you listen really closely at all the like space noises, like the spaceship noises. I then used the space ambience that I like made by like combining like all these different like public domain sounds and stuff, like field recordings to make the spaceship noises. I combined them all, and then I used that as like all the ambience of Groovy in the Galaxy. So it's kind of like, yeah, the song is like led to so many different things. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs ever made. And what's funny too is Rose says that's cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah. What's funny too, I guess, like keeping like kind of like the sauce of it all. What's hella funny is I thought when I started doing the free Monster Tape Zero thing, I pretty much, the idea when you're like promoting your music online is that part of it is like you want to test different visuals and different parts of different songs. So pretty much I was just like throwing things like, what is every combination of like my live performance versus like visuals versus me skating versus like just anime clips versus, all blank. And then I had to test every single song. And I tried all the songs I thought would work, like You Will See, I thought would get like people's attention. I thought Final Boss theme, like these, I tried all the different songs that were like more hyped that I thought people would get people's attention. And then like the ads, I was like just burning money on them still. I was just like lighting them on fire and just like, fuck. And then as a last resort, I was like, let me try Never Ending Dandy. I feel like it's too slow, but we'll see. And then there was the part where I punched the camera and I thought like, oh, that's kind of silly, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, we'll just try the whole me punching the camera, this part of the song, we'll see what happens. And it just easily became the best. Like it just, the cost to like get someone to check out the free CD would like dramatically decreased. And I was like, oh, this is the song that people like from Monster Tape Zero? And yeah. And then here we are. And now I've been punching people's phone screens for like 3 years now. Because like the Last Resort song was the one that like actually was the one that hit, if that makes sense. But Lane says, honestly, it depends on the genre, but Antidote by Health has been my life background theme right now. Okay, sick. Future me, when I rewatch the VOD, look up Antidote by the band Health. Like, you're trying to get healthy. Sick, dude. Yeah, mine right now is, have you heard of an artist called Della XOZ? So it's DELLAXOZ. And she has a song called I Fear Premature Death, But You Look Hot Smoking Cigarettes. And I don't know. I love that song so much. It's like a Midwest emo-y type song with a little bit of like post-hardcore. It's so adorable, dude. And the chorus is like, you know, like, I fear premature death, but god damn, you look so hot smoking cigarettes. And it's like, oh, dude. Bars. And I'm very anti-smoking cigarettes, but you know what I'm trying to say? Just something, you know, it's just something about like being human and just being like, you know what I mean? Something about being human and like, for some weird reason, our human brains are like, I love that thing that's bad for me. You know what I mean? I don't know why that is human nature, but you know, it is. So yeah. But ZBGB says, oh, that's wild, the story I said about Neverending Dandy. Because yeah, that ad brought me here as well. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. Thanks for checking it out. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's funny because like, the hits on it are like, hell yeah, dude, thank you. Yeah, it's just funny because it also made me trust my own intuition a bit more. Because I was always, when I started, what's it called? Making Groovy Godzilla stuff, it was always like very dancey, like fun, haha, hoo-hoo, hee-hee, types of stuff. I don't know why I do that. Haha, hoo-hoo. Groovy Kaiju is not, I mean, it kind of is, but haha, hoo-hoo, hee-hee. That's like Wicked musicals. But anyways, but it's very upbeat and dancey and happy, you know what I mean? So when I started like doing more like break your neck, I like, you know, it was like something I wanted to do with my music, but I was like, yeah, I know groovy is very groovy. It's like kind of like sitting in a lowrider in LA. I don't know. But I thought people maybe like resonated more with the like, haha, we're having fun, we're dancing type of music. So to see Neverending Dandy like really pop off like that was like, oh wow, I didn't know. I thought that was just my own weird thing that I liked, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? Of like this kind of groovy Godzilla side of things that I was releasing. That makes, I don't know. It just made me trust my own taste more is really what it comes down to. Is what I'm trying to say. But yeah. But real quick, Clarence the GOAT. Keep going, brother, never stop. Thank you, Clarence, I appreciate you. You keep being awesome too, and you never stop either, dude. We out here chilling. I appreciate you stopping by. How's your Tuesday, dog? But Skyer says, I cannot understand how anyone can stand cigarettes. The smell alone is abhorrent. Yeah, I know. No, I feel you on that. I have asthma, dude. And everyone in my family early on smoked cigarettes. So I have some friends that smoke. I have like 1 or 2 friends that smoke cigarettes. Most of my friends vape these days, but yeah, the smell of cigarettes is like very like, Jesus. Yeah, yeah. But I think it's just one of those things where it's like, it's kind of hard to stop when you start because so much of it is just like stress relief. And like, I don't know. I don't want to like make a pro smoking pitch. Never mind, let me stop. But yeah, the smell is terrible. I agree. And I just hate the way like it burns. Like I've never smoked cigarettes, but like even just being around it, dude, it just like, it hurts my throat, dude. I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. And yeah, Rosa says, I have a sensitive nose, so that would instantly tire me out if I smell it. I feel that. What's funny about me, this is like kind of like this also could be a clip, but actually no, it probably isn't. But what's wild about me is, dude, honestly, my sense of smell isn't that good. It never has been. It never has been. And I know you're like, oh no, Groovy, you might have COVID right now. But that's the thing that like made it tough, is that like, they were like, oh, you know you have COVID if you can't smell. And I'm like, bro, I literally, unless you like put it in my face, I can't smell it. Like I could barely smell the cardboard on this. And I like have to like really inhale, put it right next to my nose. Like my sense of smell is whatever. But I feel like you have like a certain capacity for like senses like, you know how people who are like blind can hear better, like way better than the average person, you know what I mean? I got crazy good vision, dude. I could see stuff that's like miles away. Like I could easily be a pilot. I'd be like, yep, I could see China from over there. I don't know why. So I think all my smell went to my eyes because I'm just constantly seeing all the detail of stuff really far away constantly. But and I also think it, I mean, I hope this is not rude to say, but I think it also helps a lot with you know, making the anime music and stuff, because when I go to anime conventions, I'm like, don't smell bad to me, and everyone's like, bro, what do you mean? That guy walked past us and he smelled so bad. He didn't wear deodorant. And I was like, really? I didn't notice. You know what I mean? So to me, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, let's go to anime convention. And so I have some friends that are like, bro, I can't, it just smells too bad. And I'm like, I'll smell it. So it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because now, you know what I mean? Says, oh, that's awesome. I couldn't survive a con. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the eyesight definitely. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of like very like thankful for it, and I'm like already like kind of bummed. I'm like, what do you mean? One day I'm gonna be able to see everything. You know what I mean? When I get older, my eyesight's gonna be as good. That's gonna be a bummer. But yes, but I would. Yeah, but the anti-smell thing. I mean, it's kind of a bummer though, because sometimes I'm like trying to smell like something nice, and I'm like, damn, I just can't. I don't know. I just don't know. You know what I mean? I can't experience it. But it is, to Simply Dale's point, the perfect immunity. Because yeah, especially for like the work that I do, where it is like, you know, if you're playing shows, like people smell, like, you know, because they're dancing. You know what I mean? And like, so like I go to the club and I'm like, oh, it smells fine in here. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, bro, I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Hosmad, dude, good to see you. How you been, Hosmad? Bro, is immune to toxic smells? Yeah, dude, exactly. I got I don't know what perk I chose when I was being born, but I chose the toxic smell immunity perk or something. I must have. And Rosa says, I can't stand perfume, so when my sister walks into a makeup store, I nearly throw up once. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, when I walk into like perfume stores, I can smell those, but it's like a different feeling where it's like, it's less of a smell, it's more of just like I can feel like the like, I don't know what to call it, but like the, you know, the chemical in the air. Like I can more feel the chemical than I can smell it, and it gives me a headache. But I don't necessarily like smell like, yeah, I mean, like a super strong smell just walking by. But yeah. But and Lane says, dude, I thought people were overreacting to the stench at war game tabletop tournaments and cons and small stores. They weren't wrong. Exactly, yeah. So that's the thing, is that like it took me like, you know, as you know, anime, I've been in anime since like early high school. I had a buddy that was like really early on anime and got me into it. So you know, as like anime become more popular, I'd have sort of my more like I don't know, again, just for lack of better words, my bad if it's rude, but my normie friends, as I came and got into anime, they'd be like, oh, what's the anime? I want to go to an anime convention, let's check it out. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And they would like go in and be like on all fours, like, bro, it smells so bad. And I'm like, oh, really? You know what I mean? And they're like, how are you here right now? You know what I mean? So, Lane, I know what you mean. Yeah, people aren't overreacting. Like, if you got a good sense of smell, like, it is like, you just can't do it. So, yeah. Yeah. And then, what's it goes, Matt? So you just gotta get in there. Yeah, dude, for real. You just gotta get in, get out. Get your stuff and try to hang out outside if you can. And Lane says, for me, I just can't see for shit, but my hearing can be on point sometimes. I feel you on that, Lane. Yeah, I feel like my vision is better than my hearing, which I know is kind of ironic as a musician. But I do have a really good sense of hearing. I can hear like really small details. Like I'll show like some music to friends sometimes, and I'm like, did you not hear this part? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, so I'm a really good active listener. But I do think my best sense is vision. In terms of just like everyday life, I could just like, but yeah. Goes mad. They had to make a rule at Yu-Gi-Oh tourneys: if you smell bad, you're disqualified. That's comedy. I got DQ'd, bro. Damn, that's crazy. That'd be messed up. Oh, I forgot to write a note to how do you? Oh shit. I can't tell if it's Erico or Elrico. And ZBGBs, what's your favorite anime? Top 5 if you need. Deadass. I don't even need top 5. Demon Slayer, dude. I love Demon Slayer. That's my number 1. And then after Demon Slayer, I know it's a hot take. Does Boondocks count? That's not, I know it's like a random aside. But the Boondocks counts, then Boondocks. Space Dandy is definitely top 5. Easily my top 5. I can still give you 6 now because if Boondocks doesn't count. Counts to me. I say it counts. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, then I'll do 5 then. But Demon Slayer leaps above. Demon Slayer's number 1. Easy. Space Dandy's up there. What else do I like? I'm trying to think of like everything I've watched. Like in the entire series I've watched something. I guess not everything's finished though. So we got Boondocks, Space Dandy, Demon Slayer. So this is kind of a weird one. I like the first season of Tokyo Ghoul. That used to be my favorite anime. First season was dank, and then it just really went down. Just took a fat dump. So I know it's crazy to say. What's another one? I'm kind of like, cause I don't know. I feel like I've watched. I think I only want 3. Because it's not that I don't watch that much anime. Because I've watched like Jujutsu Kaisen. I've watched motherfucking a lot of Attack on Titan. I've watched a lot of like Sword Art Online. I've watched a lot of different anime. But to me, like Space Dandy, Boondocks, and Demon Slayer are just like soul. It's like triple S tier, and then it's like A tier. If that makes sense to me. In fact, I think I have like an anime tier list video I made, funnily enough. Movies count too. Oh, how does that necessarily help? Deadass. Because is there like a certain anime movie I've watched? I mean, like, what's it called? Spirited Away. I really, really like Spirited Away. You know what I mean? So that counts as 4. But the other, all the Ghibli movies are good. But Spirited Away to me is like I remember watching it as a kid and I was like, damn, I feel like I learned something. This is kind of random. Okay, so I just need one more. Movies. Can I just say Dragon Ball Z? Because I feel like the thing is I haven't like watched all of Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? But I've played like the first 3 Budokai games growing up. I've watched, I don't know, like Dragon Ball Z sick, dude. I feel like it's such a classic. Actually, wait, actually, no. Yeah, I'll stick with Dragon Ball Z, because I was thinking maybe Fully Cooley. It's only 6 episodes, but I love Fully Cooley. But yeah. If you haven't seen it, you should check out this movie called Tekken Concrete. Sick. Future me when I rewatch the VOD. Look into TEKKINKINKREET. It's a movie. But Summerdale, Boondocks gotta count. Animation is on par. The reference to Naruto, good enough for me. No, spitting. Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad you agree that it counts, dude. Cause yeah, the animation on Boondocks is so good, dude. Like they really didn't like skimp on it. Like they really were cooking with fire with Boondocks. And did you see that? Speaking of Boondocks, did you see Regina King, the voice of Huey and Riley, was a part of Tyler the Creator's Grammy performance? Like she did some like little interlude for him during his like set for the Grammys. And I was like, bro, you got Regina King? Like that's how you know we made it. If I can get Regina King on a Groovy Kaiju album, bro, it's GG's. It's a wrap. Yo, Serge, what up, dude? Good to see you. How you been? I has returned. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for returning. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. How you been? And host Matt said production company turned Tokyo Ghoul, ruined Tokyo Ghoul, and went off script after season 1. Okay, because I remember watching So Hose Mad, low-key, I love Tokyo Ghoul so much. I started reading the manga, and like I kind of get why they went off script though, because afterwards, like Kaneki kind of goes into like this whole like, oh, I'm gonna like live in the underground and something, and I don't know. To me, it just, the manga didn't do that much better either. Keeping it real. So yeah, and ZBGBs real quick says, all right, I got some cleaning to do. Hope everyone has a good night. Dude, thanks for stopping by, ZBGBs. It was super sick to talk to you. And yeah, feel free to pull up whenever, dude. We're just over here chilling. Enjoy your cleaning, dude. And I hope you have a good night too, dog. And Simply Adeo says, she was acting like his mom, right? I saw the performance, but I didn't even notice. Yeah, exactly. She was the one that was like, I think at the store or something, and she was like, don't ever go back to the past, because if you go back to the past, make sure you murder them, because they're gonna murder you if you don't. You know what I mean? Kind of like, don't ever look in the rearview mirror, like, because people in the rearview mirror don't look at, they only look at where you are, they don't look at where you're going. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know, she was spin bars. Spin those life bars. And she was like at a store or something. So yeah. And Pickle Boy Jones says, I'm the one who bumps the music. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for bumping the music, man. How you doing? How you been? How you feeling? How's your Tuesday? Oh yeah, and also those are two other things I want to bring up. One of them is yeah that part. Okay, sick video. My bad. Hopefully, my bad to be a little sad, but did y'all see that Otto passed? Sadly, R.I.P. Dude. You aren't familiar? Someone named Otto in the vaporwave scene passed away recently. What's it called? They were like one of the OG vaporwave people. Like you had to like know a guy to know a guy to know about Otto. So RIP to them. But Pickle Boy says, you may know me as an other name on the YouTube. Oh, huh. Possibly, yeah. What's your other YouTube name, if you don't mind me asking, Pickle Boy? Am I supposed to guess? Is it Eli? Surge? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you came over from Instagram, Lamau. That's what's up, dude. Hell yeah. I'm the one who bumps the music. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, Serge. I appreciate you. I hope you're, well, I guess Pickle Boy now. But I hope you're having, how's your Tuesday, by the way? I don't know if you heard me, but I was asking how your day's going and stuff. Your Tuesday. But yeah, and I guess one other sad thing I want to throw out there, but one of my like favorite, I mean, it's not my favorite. This is I don't know, that's like bad to say, but one of the most impactful. Oh, okay. Pickle Boy says, and YouTube because I was bumping, it's going awesome. Okay, sick, dude. I'm glad to hear that you're it's going awesome. You're having a good Tuesday, dude. Yeah, one of my most favorite, but also very sad things that happened. So RIP Otto, but another like RIP story is doing Groovy Kaiju stuff. One of the most impactful, like wow, you know, I mean, moments was from the free CD thing. There's another artist named Hum Nightmare, who's a vaporwave guy, and actually I highly recommend Hum Nightmare. It's a HUM and like the word nightmare. He's like a Hum Nightmare vaporwave Bandcamp. He has an album called Hologram Memories, and it's just all like, if you like iClick's Sex Line album, it's all just like slowed down vaporwave R&B. It's so good. It's on DMT tapes. But what's really sad is, but also like beautiful at the same time, is Hum Nightmare. Okay, Simply Day also saw, you know, Rosa says rest in peace to Otto. Yeah. Oh, thanks y'all. And Simply Day says rest in peace to Otto. I want to try to listen to some of this stuff. Yeah, he's like it's like old OG vapor. Like he was like one of the pioneers, deadass. So yeah. So like kind of like a more like Macintosh Plus-y kind of stuff. Well, if I'm not mistaken, in my opinion. So yeah. But for Hum Nightmare, what's really sad is that he passed away too via like, you know, what's it called? Doing it to himself, for lack of better words. But what was really sad is that when I was doing like the free CD thing, someone emailed me and they're like, hey, yeah, like, you know, thank you so much for like doing the free CD thing, because Vaporwave meant a lot to my brother, and that's how I found Hum Nightmare, was because his brother got the free CD and was like, Vaporwave meant so much to him, so it's cool to see it like getting more out there, because my brother cared so much about it and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, I was like, bro, I'm so sorry about your brother, rest in peace. And then I listened to his music, I'm like, fuck, and his stuff bangs, dude. You know what I mean? So yeah. And not that I'm like the Vaporwave guy, but you know, he was just like really happy to see that something his brother cared about was like, it was still alive and thriving, you know what I mean? So yeah. I was like, damn, dude. Damn, dude. All I make is ha ha hee hee hoo hoo ha ha music. Who would have thought the ha ha hoo hoo hee hee ha ha music would be so much to somebody? But yeah. RIP to Home Nightmare as well. But Pickle Boy says, yeah, we will no longer have a Perfect Cell. The guy who voiced him passed away. Oh no, dude, RIP. Yeah, and we lost Akira Toriyama, dude. What is going on, man? My bad to turn the... Okay, I gotta change. I gotta play a different song. The song's too sad. Or else I'm gonna lose it. Okay, we gotta play this one. But yeah, my bad to change the vibes, y'all. But I just want to throw that out there. You gotta honor the OGs, honor the internet homies. You know what I'm saying? Rose is a nice choice. Thank you. Yeah. Honestly, I listen to this song like every day. Like, and not just because, you know, I really like Aram's remix, dude. He kind of crushed it. And it's like, I don't know, whenever it comes on when I'm working, I'm like, hell yeah. So Rosa says, nice choice, and Simply Dale, gotta keep it going for them. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. So yeah. Oh, I gotta make more CDs? Oh, shit. All right, so maybe we'll spend the rest of the time. We got a whole hour and 10 minutes. Okay, cool. We're chilling. We're chilling. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah. Roses. Since we were talking about the anime Gurren Lagann. Oh yeah. Gurren Lagann's also really good. It became a favorite of mine recently. I saw it last year for the first time, all thanks to a sticker my bro had from the graphics class. Oh, sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've watched some episodes of Gurren Lagann. I need to like low-key need to get on my Gurren Lagann game, but yeah, Gurren Lagann's super sick. What's funny is one of my favorite AMVs is actually like it's an artist named Goldlink. For some reason has a Gurren Lagann AMV, and it's like so good. So I know it's super random, but yeah. So whenever I think of Gurren Lagann, I think of that one AMV. And Pickle Boy says, hey, I just want to kind of throw it out there, but you should try to make USBs. I would cop so many. Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, I want to start doing more like, you know, digital focused physical media, if that makes sense. So it's on my to-do list. Yeah, I think pretty much like, but yeah, thanks for letting me know, dude. It's definitely something I wanted to make. In fact, I think I even asked like the Kaiju Club server, and they're like, yeah, let's make them. So yeah. So it is, I'm already thinking about it, dog. I got you. I think in terms of like merch stuff, the plan right now is to like make t-shirts first. So get some t-shirts made, and then after that, make sure Monster Tape 1 is all ready to go. And then probably after t-shirts, then we'll probably start playing around with, I want to make like these like NFC CD things and like USB sticks and stuff like that. So just, you know, more formats to have the music available on. So it's definitely like something we're thinking about, Pickle Boy. But thank you for letting me know, because that's another point I can keep in my head. Or when I watch the bottom, I didn't write it down. Just like remind myself, you know what I'm saying? It's good to hear like the reminder. So yeah, that makes sense, yeah. I can keep a tally of like how many people want this. So yeah. But Rosa says, fans translated the DS game of it. It's so cool. Oh, there's a DS game for Gurren Lagann? I didn't know that. I want to see what that's all about eventually and rewatch the series through the movie. That's sick, yeah. Yeah, I've only seen like a first, like I think like 5 episodes of Gurren Lagann. I need to watch more of it. Oh my god, you know what one of my favorite animes is? Have you all seen Mashal? I fucking love Mashal, dude. It's the premise, it's like Harry Potter anime, but the premise is that like one, like pretty much they would if you couldn't do magic, they would like pretty much either like make you like a worse off or something. What's it called? Like pretty much if you weren't like a person who could do magic in this world, you were born without magic, they would like make you be like an employee of something. I don't know. It's pretty much like you didn't want to be born without having magic powers. It was like a bad thing. Like they might even like execute you if you were born with no magic. So because like this baby was born with no magic, some guy like finds the baby like, you know, dumped in the bush somewhere, and they're like, I'm gonna raise it, raise the baby. And so in order to keep them like most safe, they were like, look, you gotta like, since you can't do magic, you gotta get like really ripped. So they would like make him just work out 24/7. And since everyone in the world depended on magic to get stuff done, like he becomes way too buff that like no one could stop him, because they'll like hit him with a fireball and he'll just like deflect it because he's so strong. Just like he's always drinking protein and stuff. It's so comedy. So yeah, I replaced Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm in Dragon Ball Z. Holy shit! But it's number 6 on the list. Mashal is so comedy. So yeah. But yo, video editor. I haven't worked on your project. If you have a video that needs editing, cool. Yeah, I don't have any like needs for video editing right now, but thanks for stopping by, dude, and like let me know. I appreciate you asking. But yeah, as of right now, I like don't really get too much video edited. I'm moving right now, dude, so I'm like mega busy. But I appreciate you offering to help. You know what I mean? I can keep note of it in my thing. When I rewatch the VOD, I'll like keep note that like you reached out about editing video. But yeah, thanks for asking, dude. I appreciate it. But Simply Adeo says, I was catching Mashal when it was coming to Toonami some nights. It looks pretty good. Sick, dude. Yeah. If you get the chance, that's one that like, I don't know, it's one of my favorites. I think Mashal is like top tier anime. It's so comedy. So yeah. Hey, Helen Seller, dude, what up? Bro, the amount of stickers, holy lol, hell yeah, dude. Well, dude, I gotta hook it up for you, man. Thanks for the support. I mean, it's like the easiest way to say like, yo, man, I super appreciate what's it called? To say like, I appreciate the support, you know what I mean? So like, enjoy the stickers, dude. I appreciate you supporting everything. But I'm glad to hear the record made it to you safe and sound. Thanks for stopping by to let me know, Helen Seller. I appreciate it, dude. Urban. And so yeah, Helen Seller, I appreciate you, dog. I hope you enjoy all the stickers. But Pickle Boy says, if I'm correct, he deflects a whole barrage of swords too, right? I'm pretty sure, yeah. That sounds like Mashal behavior. And what's it called? Simply Dale says, do you know how the intro song goes? I think they have it in Fortnite, unironically. Yeah, it's by Creepy Nuts. How does it go? Oh, it's bing bang bang bing bang bang bing bang bang boom. Yeah. It was like the first Creepy Nuts, like if I'm not mistaken, the first Creepy Nuts intro to go viral. And because Mashal went so viral, they did the intro for Don Da Don. In the Don Da Don 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 Don. Yeah, dude, I've played. There was so many shows my buddy Ree would play, where she would play the Mashal intro, dude, and people would lose their shit because it's just a good song, and it has like the Jersey Club kick on it, dude. Like that goes crazy at anime conventions. The Mashal intro, and just like normal Future Funk shows too, dude. Drop the Mashal intro, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. But Helen Seller says, dude, I love the way it looks in person and the artwork, man. Love it. My dad was like, is that the same guy? And I said, sign too. And I said, yup. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. Helen Seller, hell yeah. I'm glad to hear even your dad was like, damn, that looks nice. Sick. Yeah, man, I appreciate the support, dude. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah, Helen Seller. Thank you, dog. Yeah, hopefully, you know what I mean? You can listen to the tunes while eating that Lucas chicken, or Lucas turkey, right? The turkey with the Lucas smell or something. So yeah. And video editor says, please, all right, sure. Yeah, I'll add you whenever you watch the VOD. And video editor says, but if you have any work available, I really appreciate that. Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, I will add it to my like list. I have like, you know, people reach out all the time, video editor, so add you to my list of folks that have reached out before. So, yeah. Thanks for asking, dude. I appreciate it. But Pickle Boy says, okay, my good man, I shall return. I must finish a project. All right, dude. Have fun finishing those projects. And thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. It's always good talking to you, hanging out, chilling. Simply Deo says that Down and On one goes so hard. Yeah. Dude, the first time I heard it, I was like, what is this, dude? But after a while, you know, I was like, na 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 na. I mean, Simply, you know, like last Christmas, I did the whole like Down and On flip. Yeah, because I did that because I really love Don Don. It took me a while to get into the theme song. Once I did, I was like, oh, this is crazy. That and I was like, maybe I'll get booked for so what's it called? Some like I think I made it because I wanted to play that Halloween, I think, but my show ended, my Christmas Nostalgia show, because my plan was to play that Don Don. I make a Don Don flip in the Kaiju Club, and what's it called? My plan was to play it at like a Halloween version of my show that I was running, but then I ended up not running the show anymore. So then I had like this really, you know, then I was in the fan club thing. I mean, you know, I'm telling the whole story. Oh, bad, my brain's turning off. Gotta buy that. But Rosa says, Don Don's a cool anime. That song is perfect for it to start. Yeah. Yeah, I love Don Don. Was like also probably in my top anime now I think about it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I was blanking so hard earlier. Now I'm like, oh yeah, Don Don's sick. Don Don's in my top 5 for sure. Yeah, I mean. So yeah. And video editor, here's my Fiverr profile. Okay, sick. I got you, dude. Yeah, all these are recorded, so I got your Fiverr link like on the video now. So I got you, dog. And Rosa says to hydrate. I got you. Thank you, Roses. All right, sick. Oh wait, we can do the next one because this one doesn't require a CD, so we can do this last one and then I gotta make more CDs. I'm low-key super hyped to go to the gym after this too. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do streams on Tuesdays. I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably stop doing Thursdays. Because now I'm thinking about it more and more. Because I would love to just be like, look, I'm busy Sunday through Tuesday. I'm free Wednesday, Thursday. And Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. That's just so much easier to communicate to people in my life than to like be like, oh, you know what I mean, I'm free Monday just Tuesday, Wednesdays, and then Saturdays. But even then, I don't know, because Tuesday, I feel like the day after Monday, I'm always like, yeah. I just don't like trying to like, yeah, it should be Tuesdays, because I always try to shove everything in the beginning of the week so that I can spend the rest of the week just like making music and having fun, you know what I mean? So yeah. Video editor says, I've been following you for a long time. I really love the videos. The videos are done. Thank you, video editor. I appreciate it, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, most of the time my videos are just me recording in OBS, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I hardly ever edit them. So yeah. Thanks for following, dude. I appreciate it. Somebody says, feel like it's mostly because it's not something we have coming on every day, you know? Like you would know Family Guy or Friends for coming on every day. So it's like fresh in your mind. Oh yeah, exactly. I'm just talking about the anime stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like once you watch an anime, it's kind of like, okay, that was like an experience of my life. It now goes into the bank of like best media I've ever watched, and like you kind of like lock it away. So it's hard to be like, oh, what was the best anime? What was? You have to have like flashbacks of watching it and stuff like that. But yeah, something like a Family Guy, like you see it every day. But somebody does says, hey, if it works for you, it'll work for us. Okay, sick. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, so probably you know, I'll make an email and stuff and like an actual like story post and everything. When I'll probably send it out like Tuesday next week. So like the day of, we would normally stream, like, hey, yo, I'm off this week, but we'll be back next Tuesday. Type of deal. But yeah, thanks for all the help, y'all. I appreciate it. Oh yeah. So we did that. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, speaking of I'm sorry, Austin. I hope I'm just like keep bringing up the same point over and over, Austin. But what was crazy to see is like one of my favorite skateboarders. This guy's name is Joey Brzezinski. So he was like a mega famous skateboarder, but skateboarding's not like a good spot anymore like it used to be. Like there's not as many like sponsors in skateboarding. So a lot of like the pro skateboarders had to get real jobs. And Joey Brzezinski is a postman right now, and he was like, "Yo, man, ain't nothing wrong with being like a professional skater and a postman." You know what I mean? Whatever gets you by. You know what I mean? So yeah. And you know, it's not like, bro, we used to have like all these sponsors. Like, bro, who cares, bro? You know what I mean? As long as you're paying the bills and you're still able to skate, that's all that really matters, right? So yeah. That's the thing, like, kind of, I don't know. Cool jobs come and go, you know what I mean? So it's not like, ain't nothing wrong with like having to like find a balance with it all and stuff. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm not like treading water over the same point over and over, but yeah. Dun, dun. What else I want to bring up with y'all? Oh, what's sick is my nephew got into Beyblades, dude. I'm like, fuck, dude. I gotta go. So, I think I told you simply Deo. I got a, what's it called? Like a good family friend in Philly. And like, that's where my nephew's out. And I'm like, bro, I gotta go to Philly, play a show. We gotta kick it. Fucking big Beyblades with my nephew, dude. I gotta be like, yo. You trying to let it rip or what? So yeah. In fact, I probably should message my buddy. They'd be like, dude, what's your son doing with those Beyblades, man? I know, yeah, hell, you gotta get him a stadium set for him now, and some imported ones off of eBay. Yeah, dude, so I have my whole, yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but like way up here behind the Shopify trophy thing is a Beyblade stadium. And because low-key, there was a guy on Instagram I used to talk to all the time, like just through Instagram comments that like were like, yo, Groovy, I run a Beyblade tournament out in Atlanta, bro, you gotta come out and come Beyblade with us. But yeah, so I have like, here's all my Beyblades. You can't really see them that well, but that's my Beyblade launcher. And my Beyblades are right there, dude. I got 2 of them. But and he told me to get like these specific ones. They're like imported from Japan and all that. So yeah. But I got the cheap Beyblade Stadium though. And like low-key, the Japanese Beyblades are too powerful for him. But it worked. It was a fun night for me and my girlfriend. We were just Beyblading. But yeah, that'd be a sick gift though. Definitely gonna look into getting him some Beyblades for their birthday or Christmas and stuff. And Rosa says, Beyblade? It's been a while since I heard of it. Cool, yeah. Yeah, Beyblades are so cool. Damn, the marker's dying. I should've... Boom. That's not too bad. Hey, simply dude, I got mine for the Metal Fusion series. That's sick, dude. Hell yeah. We both really would have Beyblades. That's comedy. What's funny? What's comedy is speaking of Beyblades, what's hella funny is, you know, like the reels sometimes of like, oh, like when you introduce your boyfriends together, it's like 2 girl best friends and like, haha, you guys should be friends because you're both our boyfriends, and they're just like, sup, do you like sports? So one of my girlfriend's friends, she had a boy, or so their boyfriend was also like starting to get into Beyblades, and she was like, oh, like, hey, your boyfriend and my boyfriend can play Beyblades and we can all hang out, it's gonna be great. And it's just a random thing, right? And then they broke up. So my girlfriend's friend and her boyfriend broke up, And at some point, I was just like me and my girlfriend's friend. Like I was helping her with something, and she was like, "Yeah, so I'm sorry, but I don't know if you were told, but I broke up with my boyfriend, and I'm so sorry that you guys can't play Beyblades anymore." And I was like, "Girl, I don't give a fuck about playing Beyblades with your boyfriend." You know what I mean? It's just Beyblades. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh, okay, I just want to make sure." You know what I mean? But she like genuinely was like so sad, like, "No, I took away your opportunity to play Beyblades. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "I don't care. Like, if it wasn't working out, it wasn't working out. Like, I break up with him. You gotta break up with him. I don't care." I mean, it's just Beyblades. You know, I can find someone else to Beyblade with. It's okay. I'm my own person. You know what I mean? It's just funny though. It's just so common to me too. I don't know. It's like, no, if I break up with my boyfriend, then what about Aaron? He can't Beyblade with him. You know what I mean? It's like such a like, I thought it was like a comedy skit or something, dude. It's like such a random scenario to be stuck in. I don't know. But Skyer says, "I used to have an original Dragoon Beyblade as a kid. No idea what happened to it." Yeah, I don't have an All Might Kid Beyblades either. I remember I used to like mix and match them and like make my own custom Beyblades. I was like, hell yeah. I got like the dragon elephant Beyblade mix. So yeah, that's sick though, Skyer. But yeah, I don't know what happened to my Beyblades either. And Simply Deo says, "At least she cared though. That's really sweet." Yeah, it is really sweet that she cared, but it's just, to me, it's just so comedy. Like that's the last thing I'd be like, "Oh no, my relationship is unhealthy. But what's my friend's friend gonna do when we break up and they can't Beyblade?" You know what I mean? Oh shit, Simply Dale says, "I still got my Aquario, went from Hyper to Storm to Burn." Hey, that's sick, dude, hell yeah. I don't even know what Aquario is. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, future me, when I rewatch the VOD, look up Aquario Beyblade. I'm trying to see what that looked like, dude. Trying to see what's up. But yeah. And Rosa says, "I remember the last thing I heard about Beyblades is how dangerous the older ones got. Is how yeah, they are super dangerous. Like you would get your hands all cut up and stuff because, like, you know, after a while they were like, you know what we should do? How about we turn these plastic Beyblades into metal ones? Because then metal is like hardcore and cool and better quality." And it's like, bro, you should not give 7-year-olds spinning metal tops, bro. You can't do that. So then they would get like super dangerous because they'd like fly out of the stadiums and stuff like that, hit you in the face. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was like the last dangerous toy, I feel like, and then you can't make dangerous toys no more, if that makes sense. So it was more funny than anything. Yeah, Skyer, let me just add this box cutter blade right here, and yeah, exactly, Skyer. No, but also, deadass for real, what I want to do is I want to make a motherfucking, you know how like the Monster Tape Zero ad, the most popular one, I'll be honest, is the one of just like me playing it on a Dreamcast. I want to do one where it's like a CD of like the album and like another CD on the album underneath, and then I want to like essentially like put my boombox right there with the CD up against it, and then just like drop a Beyblade in front of the boombox and be like, "Get this CD for free, just pay the shipping," and just random Beyblade for no reason to see how that does. Because I wonder if it would just be like hella comedy if it was just like people in the comments being like, "Oh fuck, who's gonna win?" Even though it's like a video. And it's like, "Oh, these tunes would be good for Beyblade with my bros." You know what I mean? Or they, thems. Or ladies, you know what I mean? Who knows? But simply, I always love the fact they were Zodiacs. I never really understood them, but I love the super moves they did in the show. Yeah, no, the show was actually pretty lit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the Beyblade show was like super dope. I remember watching it as like a kid. I think we had like a DVD of it. So yeah. Rose says that would be cool. Okay, I'm glad you like the Beyblade idea of roses. Yeah, I definitely want to make it. I also want to do one like Magic the Gathering themed. I have like all kinds of like different like little ideas, but I just gotta find the time to film them and like edit them and everything. But I gotta move. And oh god, I did the motion of let it rip and my shoulder pop. I'm getting old. Yeah, dude. No, same though, for real. Yeah, sometimes we'll just do like old things I used to do as a kid and just my body's just popping all the time. But yo, Prince Motorola, good to see you, dude. How you doing? How's your Tuesday? Bro is unisex term. Yeah. True, yeah, bro could be unisex for sure. So so keep it real though. One time I got because I forgot what they said, but it was like a meme I saw where it was like, it's unisex if you can go up to your friends and go, yeah, I was having sex with blank last night. With the blank, you know what I mean? So bro is only unisex if you're comfortable going up to your friends and being like, yeah, I was having sex with the bros last night. You know what I mean? And like the other person would be like, oh yeah, the bros. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. My bad if that's like raunchy, but I like that meme. I was like, oh, got me there. And Prince Motorola says, I'm chilling, I was watching Fallout with my mom. Hey, that's what's up, hell yeah. Yeah, I've heard it's like really, really good. I haven't had the time to watch a show in a minute though. But yeah, I think my brother watches it. My brother was telling me about Fallout not too long ago. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm packing CDs. Or making more CDs. Dun, 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 dun. Context sensitive bros. Yeah, exactly, Skyer. Exactly. It's all about the context. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, what else I remember up? Gotta get all the CD making materials. How much time we got? Okay, we got like another 30 minutes. I'm also getting hungry. I'm gonna go to the gym first, and then go get some food. And we talked about the Grammys already. Oh yeah, we talked about the motor oil. Motor oil body wash. That was crazy. But yeah, I think that's all that's out there. Dun, 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 dun. Also, I want to bring up with y'all. I'm sorry, I'm looking through my talking points, and I'm like trying to choose which one I feel like we can bring up and really like get into over the next 25 minutes. Did y'all see the news about a game called High Guard? I was watching a video about that the other day. I thought that was pretty interesting. But remember how like we were streaming and like there was a Game Awards thing, and it was like messing up the internet because everyone was watching the Game Awards. Well, part of that, I guess, like there was a big controversy because right at the end of the Game Awards, there was a trailer for this game called High Guard, and I guess that like the Game Awards actually became like mega popular, and now like, you know, to get an advertisement in the Game Awards as like a game company, it costs like a ton of money. And for some reason, the guy who runs the Game Awards loved this like upcoming game called High Guard so much, he was like, bro, I will let you advertise this new game at the Game Awards at the very end, like, you know, the last final big announcement of the Game Awards, the best spot, for completely free because I love this game so much. And they were like, damn, bro, that's the hookup. Hell yeah, we'll take that free advertisement. You know what I mean? So they do it. But the thing is, it was from the same developers who made Apex Legends. So they were like, all like, yup, we about to drop another banger. They don't even know what's about to happen. But I guess Apex Legends, their marketing strategy was, we'll just drop it randomly and let people like experience the game, which is very like 7-year-old marketing strategy, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly, Skyer. So what ended up happening where they goofed really hard is that they just like shadow dropped the game, right? And so they just dropped this random trailer with no other news. And because there was no other news about the game, pretty much the video I was watching about this was from a marketer named Devin Nash. They're also a Twitch streamer, but their argument was that like in marketing, when you just let like a community of people like craft a narrative about your product or thing you're building, then you essentially lose control of the thing. Like you want to like be in charge of like the story about your own thing that you're building, right? You know what I mean? So because there was just a shadow drop, no information, everyone just started saying, well, okay, well, there's no info on this game. Because there's no info, it probably is like not ready yet. It's probably gonna be super buggy, yada, yada, yada. And because now the narrative was like, no, there's no info about this game. This game must suck because they have nothing to really show for it, yada, yada, yada. So when the game came out, everyone just instantly, before even playing the game, just rated it negatively. Like, this game sucks. I loaded in and I found this one small bug and I hate this game, and just completely tanked the game off rip because like they just, you know, took up free marketing and never actually like thought through an actual plan other than just the fact that like, oh, I guess we'll take this free marketing and just see what happens, which is like not a strategy at all. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it was wild. It was quite ridiculous. But yeah, Sky. So yeah, Highguard got hyped up, but like for all the wrong reasons. It got hyped up because people just didn't know what it was. So then they started making up stories about it. Pretty much like, yeah, I heard this game is gonna. I heard my uncle at Nintendo, my uncle who works at Nintendo said this game does X, Y, and Z, and people were just like making up rumors about it just to get clicks. So you know, what I mean, so because of that, it was all unwanted hype. It was really bad. But Subadeo says the most infuriating thing about it is that they'll tell you it's by the creators of Apex Legends and Titanfall, and because we've been waiting for another Titanfall, that's what was expected. Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah, they goofed there too then. And Rosa says, oh my god, that sounds ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, reading the whole story was just like, dude, you gotta take a community college marketing class, man, because, yeah, what I mean, anyone could have told you that was a bad idea. Anybody that's ever marketed anything ever would have been like, that sounds like a horrible idea. And Skyr said it's not even buggy, it's just so uninspired. It takes elements from other games and just does nothing interesting with them. Oh, okay. Yeah. But you know, everyone in general just, yeah. Even for the bugs that were found, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be honest, I haven't played the game. So, you know, take me with a grain of salt, but I just watched the video about the game. So what do I know? So yeah, so I guess it's more of it's uninspired then. I just know the reviews are really bad. And Subadeo says, my one streamer who mains Destiny started playing it and came out and he's genuinely enjoying it. I watch it here and there. It doesn't seem bad, but they should have just not done that for the advertising. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've heard like mixed things. Like I've heard stuff about the bugs. To Skyr's point, Skyr's point is just uninspired. And like some people are like, it's not that bad. So like now it's like just the marketing message about the game is just like, what is the game? Now everyone's just confused. And like the worst thing you can be in marketing is confused. It's better to be hated than to be confused or to be misunderstood. You know what I mean? At least that's what I've learned in marketing. It's like you know, I mean, you're better off being like controversial or edgy than it is to just people not understand what the fuck you're talking about. Oh yeah, making CDs. But yeah, I have to make all that. I don't know if I told y'all, but I have to make all the CDs now. So I have like a giant case of CD cases and like just CD disc. So yeah, because of all the tariffs, dead ass, keeping it real, I have to do this now because of the tariffs. because to get it all made in the same place, it like costs more. So I have to like order the parts separately to like get it cheaper because of the tariffs, even though they're all coming from the US now. So it's kind of like, what? So yeah. But Subideo says, random thing about the streamer, I also found Bob Walters in the chat one day and said hi to him. That's comedy. What? That's so random. That's super sick. Dude, Bob Walters is also like a legend. They make some really good stuff. I love Bob Walters. They got some of the bangers. That's so random, dude. Yeah, I remember once Strawberry Station was watching Mango live, and Mango was playing some tunes from Still Groovy during their stream. And Mango was like, oh shit, dude, Mango's playing your music. And I was like, oh, no way. So yeah, that was pretty sick. Yeah, Future Funk dudes, yeah, we be watching streams. Also, were we here when we were all talking about how expensive 3DSs got? I actually just watched a video from Modern Bitches Gamer about like how expensive 3DSs got too. Like now, like a new 3DS goes for like, I think like $300-$400 just for like a regular new 3DS. And the name is New 3DS. It's surprising, it's a horrible name, but the new Nintendo 3DS, I think like they're all like jacking up in price because they're easy to jailbreak and stuff like that. Everyone's like, fuck, I gotta get a 3DS. Yeah, Roses, I was there. Yeah, I didn't realize how bad the pricing went up. Like I remember somebody was talking about how wild they got. I remember being in the moment like, huh? Like that's crazy they cost that much. And like, yeah, I just watched another video. It's like, no, look, like actually they cost a lot. Like it just continued to skyrocket. And somebody else says, it was such a weird catch seeing Bob Walters because I was working and caught his name in the corner of my eye and he had me doing double take. Yeah, I bet. I would also been like, huh? And yeah, I started getting ads on Twitter for them. Oh, for the 3DSs? I didn't know you could do ads for retro consoles on Twitter. That's crazy. Well, I guess you could. Can you make an ad reselling? That's crazy, huh? Shit. I'm on my way around a soldering iron. Maybe that's something I should try. Damn. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, I don't got any time for anything like that. But the 3DS modded iPods, yeah. Yeah, retro tech is kind of. I'm so glad to see the because I don't know. A big part was like older tech was like, no, like e-waste. Like e-waste is so bad. I'm so glad to see that like retro technology is kind of like finding a second win because it's like, yeah, we can recycle this, dude. This stuff is all super sick still. It's not all just e-waste. And Rosa says, I'm kind of disappointed even though I own one, because I own a 3DS and a new one. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, because the new 3DS, I guess you can like emulate more systems if you have the new 3DS because the CPU, like the processor was a little bit better. So yeah. But even the original 3DS, I think is still going like way up in price because you can still play all the games. I think there's only like 10 games you can't play with a new 3DS or something like that. Like it's very little of a difference, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, dang. The original Butter. What's up, Butter? Good to see you again. How you doing? Get a solder to fix things? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have a couple soldering irons. Yeah, soldering's kind of fun. Like, it's a really good skill to have, low-key. Because you can do all kinds of fun little electronics things when you have a soldering iron. And Simulidale, it's a new thing they're trying. It would go straight to Shopify. Oh, sick. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing is like sourcing them must suck. It must be like really hard because if you think about it, you would need like a lot. Like you would need a lot of old 3DSs. And I feel like after a while, it'd be hard to find them for cheap consistently. Because if you think about it, like, I don't know. Like, if you think about it, like even just to pay your rent, I mean, like, to make $1,000, you'd have to like sell at least like, I don't know, they're selling for like $200. You gotta sell at least like If you buy it for like half of that, 20 in a month. But then if you're paying for ads, then you gotta sell like low key 10 times that. So you have to sell like 100 a month. You'd be like selling like 2 or 3 a day. If I had to guess, like every single day to like just pay rent, like $1,000 worth of rent, like a 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? So you would need a lot of them. You need like a whole assembly line of like 3DS repair people. So yeah. But it would be a pretty cool job though, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to flip old costumes. That'd be, or old tech. That'd be a lot of fun. Like another thing is I almost got my my girlfriend like an old, like she's like been really into like Y2K phones, and she really wanted like a Y2K Korean phone, like one of the old Android phones where like they flip and stuff like that. Like back when Android still had like flip touchscreen phones. Before, like, you know, not like a foldable phone, but it was like a flip phone with like an actual keyboard and stuff, and like a screen. So yeah. And Skyr says, at that point, are you even making money on them though? Exactly, Skyr. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if you are. But low-key, maybe you are, Skyr, if deadass you get them like in bulk from like China or something. But then the tariffs are gonna get you. Because the thing is, if you kind of like unregion lock them, you could probably reflash them with US firmware. And like, I'm sure people would even be stoked to pay the premium on the fact that it was a Japanese 3DS, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. It would be a tough business, guy. That's my point I'm trying to make. Is like that would be really hard to. It'd be hard to consistently make money on them, unless you had like the plug. And Zaku says, "Damn, I wish my 1-bedroom apartment was only $1,000." I know, dude. LA living, man. That's why I'm out here in the desert, dude. Because my 1-bedroom apartment's gonna be $1,100. And I got 8 weeks of free rent, dude. So yeah. But yeah, LA would do it to you. But low-key, part of me is also like, what if I move somewhere even cheap? But then I'm like, I look into it, I'm like, there's not many places that are cheaper than Arizona, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually like ridiculously cheap out here already. Like I think the only place I could move to would be like New Mexico. That might be slightly cheaper, but yeah. Yeah, and Rosa says, wait, are Japanese DS still affordable? I forgot that the easiest way and with mods the language can be changed. Exactly, yeah. I don't know how cheaper they are, Roses. Because to your point, yeah, with the language, I assume they'd be cheaper, but it's just you have to look into like all the shipping and stuff and the tariffs. That might be kind of weird. So to buy just one, it probably might cost about the same, but I bet if you were to try to get, if you're buying them in bulk, which I assume you wouldn't, but I mean, unless you would, then I think that's when it would become cheaper. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what am I gonna eat for dinner too? Now I'm starting to get hungry, y'all. Yeah, I'm debating. Oh, I'm gonna make orange chicken. That's what I'm gonna do. I already know. I got funnily enough, Tiara was here earlier. Tiara and I were talking about when we like hung out that one time. They were like, bro, you gotta get the Costco orange chicken, dog. It's so good. I'm about to literally eat that orange chicken later. Also, it's weird to bring up. I don't think it's that political to bring up. But how y'all feel about climate change? Y'all do anything because climate change? The original butter. I got a fun fact. Oh yeah, what's your fun fact, man? But yeah, I bring it up just because. Speaking of food stuff, honestly, I don't eat beef that often because like I remember one of my favorite marketers also like wrote like this wild book about like climate change stuff, and they were like, yeah, dead ass, based on my research and stuff like that, it's mostly the cows. So I was like, I've got to stop eating cows then. But I also don't really eat pork like that, so pretty much I can. Oh my god, the only meat I eat is chicken. And like I'm not like anti beef. Like I'll eat a hamburger, but I like what's it called? Like if I'm at like a burger place, like no, but I tend to just like avoid beef and avoid pork. But like I'm not gonna deny it. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah. Oh, and Butter says we're almost twins by a day in 3 years. Oh, so is your birthday July 17th or 19th? 3 years later? That's pretty sick, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, July birthdays, we're kind of the best because we get equally spread out presents throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Like we get like, I mean, if you're with a partner, you get like Valentine's presents and stuff, beginning of the year, then our birthday, and then Christmas. You know what I mean? So it's like every 4 to 5-ish months we're getting gifts. It's pretty sick. July 19th. Hey, July 19th. That's what's up, dude. Hell yeah. Sick, Butter. That's dope. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's crazy. I'm sorry. Let's talk about climate change. I'm sorry, but what's crazy is I always think like, dude, if I have kids, I have to make sure you know what I mean? I gotta like make sure it happens because I gotta give them a good birthday. You know what I mean? I gotta make sure they got a birthday that's like. But then again, like premature babies happen and stuff like that. So I'm like, but I don't know. I'm like, would I be a bad, or even have kids? Would I be a bad parent to have my kid during a like December birthday? Yeah. Oh, that's crazy to think, but yeah. But we don't get the party. Yeah, exactly, Butter. That's the downside. Is that like your birthday parties, you have your school, but at the same time, man, fuck everybody at school. How about my family come over instead? Have all your real homies at your birthday party. You don't want all your fake friends during that school party with the Kool-Aid and the cake. So yeah. But anyways, I'm still on a rant. But somebody just says, I think climate change is real, can't be stopped. Yep, I agree. Oh yeah, I think aren't they doing like all kinds of like climate capture technology though? I mean, it's not going to be stopped, but I don't know. I'd be watching like, I'm watching stuff that's like, here's what scientists discovered today. And they'd be like, yep, we're doing this now. And I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, but it is a bummer. That's because the weather's been getting crazy. But Rosa says, yeah, climate change is scary. The type of things to prevent is impossible to get rid of at the moment, sadly. Yeah, I agree. Yep. I feel that. Yeah, I don't know. I at least want to tombstone and be like, Aaron stopped eating beef. I did my part. You know what I mean? The one meme where it's like the soldier's like, I did my part. You know what I mean? I tried. But K2 says, what up, homie? Just sent you some kind words through email as well as my most recent project. Give it a listen if you want. I'd love some feedback as a new artist. Hey, dude, hell yeah. Dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. What up? Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. I mean, thanks for sending me some kind words through email. And I'm glad to hear some of your recent project. Oh yeah, I'll definitely give it a listen. It's just, what's it called? I'm moving. I don't know if you've seen my streams before, but I used to have like a bunch of posters up here. But I'm moving apartments pretty soon, so I'm not gonna lie to you, it might take me a while to get back to you. Normally I get back to people pretty like, within the week. But it might be a little bit. I'm not trying to like ghost you. Literally, I'm actually moving my apartment, like dead ass for real. So I'm like, I have to move next week too, on top of that. So yeah, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I appreciate you, want to take the time and get the feedback from me and stuff. And that my feedback in particular is like what you wanted to hear. So thanks, man. I appreciate it, K2. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to, K2, I mean, dead ass, you can ask everyone in chat. I've been like saying every day, I'm moving it. This has been a consistent thing I've been focused on. So yeah. But Prod Tech, dude, good to see you, man. Dude, thanks again for grabbing the album. Oh, and you got it? Okay, I already made it? Hell yeah. I love the Angelo vibes. I want some more. The album is great, man. I've been listening to it. Dude, thank you so much. And yeah, dude, I'm glad you hear the Angelo vibes. I love D'Angelo. And I'm glad to hear it came through on that. I want some more. The album is great, man. I've listened. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate it. Dude, I'm glad you like it, Prod Tech. Thanks you so much. Again, thanks you again for grabbing it. I shipped it out this morning, by the way. Your copy, I packed it like last night. I mean, you were there, I think. I'm pretty sure, right? No, Sunday night. You know what I'm trying to say. I talk about it's already at the post office. But yeah, dude. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. But Butter says, we've dug a hole so deep, the best we can do is make the bottom look pretty. Yeah, I feel you on that, Butter. The climate change stuff? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we are in quite the hole, for sure, for sure. But, yeah, you know. Well, yeah. But I guess I was trying to ask if, like, anyone has any, like, climate change tips, like things we could do. But then again, I know the whole like carbon footprint thing actually is like a hoax made up by the, here's my tinfoil hat Groovy. But I don't think it's a tinfoil hat. Like ExxonMobil literally made the carbon footprint to make people feel like it was their fault climate change was happening, so that the companies didn't have to like take responsibility, accountability for the thing that they caused. But I don't know. I guess the greatest way to fight back is their pocketbooks, right? So that's why I was like, let me stop eating beef. But if y'all got any tips with that in mind, I'd be stoked to hear it. But no worries if not. I know it's a super random thing to ask for. K2 says, word, no problem, dude. I feel you. I'm moving right now as well. Stuff is stressful. Yet, I mean, dude, same. I feel you on that stress. Because I don't know, I'm like kind of behind on moving already, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, please. But it's also weird too, because like, I'll be honest, K2, I'm actually doing really good with my orders right now. And like, I want the orders to keep coming in. You know what I mean? I'm super grateful for all of them. And I'm even so I don't even want to speak it out loud, but I think you know where I'm going. So it's just like, I want to be so happy right now because I'm like, dude, we're crushing it. Let's go. But I'm also like, fuck, I'm moving. You know what I mean? But I don't want this to stop because this is so awesome. And like, I appreciate everyone so much. You know what I mean? So yeah. But it's okay. I think I mentioned it a few times. So I'm probably going to start like hiring next week or something. After I move, I'm probably going to sit down and like make my first ever job posting ever. So yeah. Be like, yo, can someone help me nearby? And probably like a virtual assistant thing. What did I do? Oh yeah, packing more CDs. I'm sorry. I'm like running around the room. All right, after we do these next 25, then I think we'll stop streaming because I gotta go to the gym and eat some food. But Project said it definitely showed, and I appreciate it, man. I'll be waiting on that. Thick. I'm glad to hear it, dude. I'm glad that it showed too, dude. That's super sick. I try my best to let it show. You know what I'm saying? All right, please work, please work, please work, please work. Oh, it did. Rosa says, I wouldn't be surprised if it was true. Yeah. That one, Roses, I'll be honest, with the Exxon thing, I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure I've watched like 5 to 6 different videos about climate change that said that exact thing, that like Exxon was doing some like low-key like climate propaganda to like, you know, avoid the accountability of like the problem that they caused. So that one, I you know, I mean, I would bet $5. You know what I mean? No, it's not a lot of dollars, but I'd bet 5 of them that I am correct on that one. But Original Butter said, but you know, $5 isn't a lot of money. That's why I'm trying to like get my point across. Anyways, Original Butter says, why are big companies blaming people like the little guy? Oh, because then if they do, then you know they would have to take accountability for the fact that they caused the problem. You know what I mean? Because then like when there's like a class action lawsuit from all of humanity for like messing up the air, you know what I mean? That's a big old bill they gotta pay. You know what I mean? When all of humanity is like, bruh, you fucked up the earth, they're gonna be like, damn, you now owe $1 gabillion. You know what I mean? That's what they're trying to avoid. So they do the propaganda, then no one opens the class action lawsuit. Like, well, it wasn't our fault. It's because everyone's fault. You know what I mean? So yeah. But K2 says, sad to say, but the only way to save the planet is for us to go. Maybe. It's very much like Thanos was right. But what's it called? I think there's a world in which I think it's less about us going, because like, I don't know, keep it real. I also watched like a really interesting video about indigenous history in the US, and I think the thing that's interesting, this isn't like, but I feel like a lot of society and like different cultural things these days is that like resources are meant to be like sold and monetized, but in like a lot of indigenous cultures, they kind of felt like the resources around them was like it was more like a flow. Like, hey, we take from the fish from the river, but then we also like plant certain plants so that the fish could eat. So it was like a give and take relationship, whereas our culture these days is more like take. Like, mine all the lithium. You know what I mean? But there is no like, let's also make sure we like clean up our mess and like allow for the next to like, you know, allow the circle of life to happen. That makes sense. So I don't think it's necessarily we have to go. I think our culture around the earth really is just the problem these days. But yeah, how we treat the earth. But Original Butter says, you going to the gym at the dead of night? Some shady shiz. Well, I mean, it's just I mean, honestly, most gyms are open 24 hours actually. But funnily enough. But really, it's just my local like apartment gym. You know what I mean? So it's not like the gym. It's just like I'm literally gonna walk like 2 feet outside my apartment and go to the good little like fitness center we have. So yeah. And K2 says mushrooms could probably do some cool healing stuff if they took the world back. Yeah. No, didn't they find like an ancient? I think I saw a science thing. Speaking of like science news, I'm keeping up with. I think they found like an ancient mushroom or something recently. Where they're like, yo, this like gabillion-year-old mushroom recently resprouted. I'm like, why did this gabillion-year-old mushroom just randomly come back up to life? Or something like that. I forgot what the whole news story was, but it was kind of like crazy. It was some crazy stuff like that. I was like, damn, bro. And Skyr says, fun tip, the storm is coming. I mean, it feels like it, dude. I feel like it's bubbling. There's something bubbling. It's bubbling. So what's he? Rosa says, I love the give and take relationships with nature, and I wish we could apply applied nowadays. Yeah, I agree. Which, I'll be honest though, I'll take accountability. I used to be very I used to be kind of slept. I used to be kind of sleeping when it came to like nature stuff. It took me a while to come around to be like, actually, you know what? No, this is a problem. I'll take that accountability. So I had some friends that were like very like pro climate change is important, and I was like, bro, but healthcare? Remember having that argument with somebody before. But now these days I'm like, no, you know what I mean? It's not an either or, it's a both. And we should take it seriously, so yeah. But Simply Dale says, if that mushroom turns out to be the one that can save someone from the brink of death, we'll have a show come to life situation on our hands. Huh? Is it the new mushroom? Is like the new mushroom like some type of like reanimation mushroom? Simply Dale? I just thought it was like super ancient. But Butter says, gym not shady. Okay, cool, yeah. Your gym's not shady, dude. It's actually become like a really nice, like, comforting third space for me, low-key. Even though the whole time I'm there just like, just, you know what I mean? Flexing the whole time. I'm fighting for my life in there, so yeah. But K2 says, right, good point on the indigenous way of living. You have a good night, man. Stay positive, motivated. You're putting out some crazy stuff. Wish me luck at work, dude. Good luck at work, dude. Thank you for stopping by. You have a good night as well. I'll definitely stay positive, motivated. You stay positive, motivated as well, K2. And I'm glad to hear you're liking all the crazy stuff I'm putting out, dude. I appreciate you, K2. Thanks for stopping by, dude. And Simply Dale says, not really reanimation. Think sensu bean. Okay, hell yeah, I'm down for a sensu bean. That sounds kind of cool. And Effect. There's a show called Common Side Effects. Oh yes, Common Side Effect would recommend. The show's great. Okay, sick. Yeah, and Roses also says about to mention the cartoon. Oh, sick. Okay, yeah. Future me, when I rewatch the VOD, look into the cartoon called Common Side Effects. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sounds interesting. It's on HBO Max. Okay, sick, butter. Yeah, I don't have any streaming services low key, but no, I'll figure out how to watch it. Oh my god, when I find the time out. Oh, if I have the time, I'll figure it out. And then what else I want to tell you all about? I want to be Schlamovis ask, can you talk about McDonald's and your opinions? Are you a McDonald's researcher, Megan? What's up? How you doing, dude? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you asking. Yeah, what can I talk about McDonald's? I'm kind of like, what do I want to say about McDonald's? Okay, so I used to eat a lot of McDonald's as a kid, and I like that they started a value menu. And I feel like at some point there was like peak actual value per food you got from McDonald's. And then at some point McDonald's raised their prices so high. I was like, dude, I feel like I might as well just go get, oh yeah, you work for them doing field work? No way, dude. That's so comedy. All right, hell yeah. And real quick, Shalamovis, let me just sit there real quick. I want to see what they do for Common Side Effects Season 2. I hope it's still in development. Hell yeah. And Original Butter says they made an AI ad. I know, I'm not really too fan of like the AI ads. Because it's like, come on, dude. It's like, I don't know. I know 3D Blast is, so I'm sorry, Shamovis, but I guess this is part of the field work. I have a buddy, 3D Blast, who's like, you know what? I don't really care about ads. So like, if they're made in AI, who cares? But I don't know. I'm a marketer, like keeping it real. To me, I like to see, like, when I see a good ad with like actual like cool stuff in it, I'm like, hell yeah. Because like marketing doesn't have to suck, you know what I mean? And Butter says, Shlumovis, tell McDonald's never to make an AI ad ever again. So yeah. And Rosa says, haven't had McDonald's in years, but the harsh truth, I wouldn't get it nowadays. Yeah. I feel that, Roses. Yeah, so I guess if you want my honest fieldwork opinions about McDonald's, Shlumovis, yeah, so I guess going back to it, I used to eat a lot as a kid because I used to be like very low income growing up. And then, so I would drink the dollar sweet teas all the time. And then I feel like as an adult, as the economy did a little bit better, they just kept slowly raising the prices where I was like, dude, dead ass, I would spend just as much money getting Korean barbecue with me and my girlfriend than I would just getting a combo at McDonald's. And I was like, you got me fucked up. You know what I mean? So I just stopped going because it was just too expensive. Which is a bummer too, because I used to eat hella fucking Egg McMuffins, I ain't gonna lie. And now where I'm at in my life, Shamovis, I'm getting like, working out a lot. I'm getting a little strong. So because of that, I'm like very, very much like counting my calories. And like, not that I'm like hardcore counting them, but I know I should eat about 2.5K calories a day to stay about my weight and the, you know, blank length, because I'm 6'2", height, weight, yada, yada. You know what I mean? So, you know, an Egg McMuffin's about like 400 calories. And now, but they raised the prices back down. Now the economy's even better. So like, I'll go. But I wouldn't, it's not like I don't know, I've just, because fast food was so expensive for so long, and now they're kind of like backtracking. I'm like, actually, we can't just like gouge our food, you know what I mean? Because like, I feel like, I don't know, I've watched like things with their CEOs and stuff, like, well, our food is just so, people go to McDonald's because our food is just so good. It's like, bro, no. I'm getting hot pot 10 times out of 10 than getting a fucking McDonald's hamburger, bro. Like, you cannot charge, like, fast, like, what it is, it's for convenient food, you know what I mean? And sometimes, ain't nothing wrong with convenient food. If you're fast food, bro, just own it. You know what I mean? Like, our stuff is cheap, and it's the best, fast, cheap thing you can buy. There's nothing wrong with that value proposition, dude. Because sometimes, like, deadass, I have to do the streams. Hey, Brandon.
New merch order from Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. If you're watching, let me know. I'll pack it. Even though we're going to stop streaming pretty soon, but I'll pack it if you're here right now. But, I appreciate you, Brandon. But, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I think there's nothing wrong with being like fast, cheap food, because sometimes before streams, I like literally don't have time to even like air fry something. So I'll just like stop through a drive-through, get some food, and I mean, boom, bada bing. But even then, in that case, I probably wouldn't choose McDonald's because the drive-throughs always take forever because McDonald's is so popular. So I don't know. I guess Lumovis, I'll be honest. I have a very love-hate relationship with McDonald's. I ain't gonna lie, dude. But I'm not anti McDonald's. I just think they kind of like lost the plot at some point. If that makes sense. I do like the app though. The app is kind of clutch. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that's how I feel about McDonald's Smoothness. If you're doing field work for real, I think they lost the plot. But they're starting to find their way back. But I generally don't eat fast food in general, so it's like rare when I do. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that's helpful. Thanks for asking. But Original Butter says, oh no, Rosa says, speaking of AI ads, it was funny seeing Coca-Cola go there and then Pepsi have an ad recently with their mascot, both liking Pepsi to slander them. That's crazy, yeah. Yeah, the whole like Coca-Cola AI ads and the fact they keep doubling down on is like, that's crazy. Because they keep getting slammed every time there's a, what's it called? They do an AI ad. They just keep pretending like it's gonna work at some point. But Butter said, I stopped eating at McDonald's, and anytime I eat there, I get sick. Yeah, their food is also kind of like, I feel like they like spray it to make it like, I feel like they figured out a way to make human hungry smell, and they spray their food with it because when you eat it, it's like does not deliver on how good it smells. If that makes sense. That's a weird thing. So yeah, I've definitely eaten McDonald's and also been like, ugh, afterwards. But yo, Adrian, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Thank you for the W beats. I'm glad to hear you're feeling my tunes. I appreciate it. How's your Tuesday going? I'm about to stop streaming a little bit, but you got a second. Let me know how your Tuesday's going. I'll be stoked to hear from you. And Simply Deo says, food's not bad, but can be questionable. Agreed. Exactly, Simply Deo. That's what I'm saying with the whole questionable thing. I'm like, why does it smell so good, but then not? And Skyer says, at least they ain't Burger King. Oh boy, have they fallen hard. Yeah, Burger King also is a... To be funny though, is actually Burger King is the one place I've been going to lately, just because it's literally on the way back from the post office, and the drive-thru is always empty whenever I have to go there. But even then, it's like, yeah, Burger King is like my least favorite. But they were kind of cooking when I was like vegan, because my girlfriend was vegan for a little bit, and the Impossible Whopper kind of slapped. If I wasn't able to eat a burger, I would just go to Burger King and get the Impossible Whopper. But otherwise, yeah, everything else at Burger King kind of ick. And Simply Deo says, Pepsi is king now for their commercial. Not gonna lie, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't think so I'll be honest, Rose, I saw the Coca-Cola ones. I hadn't necessarily seen the Pepsi one, so when I rewatched the VOD, I'm such a marketer. When I rewatched the VOD, watch the Pepsi talking shit about AI commercial. Because I honestly am gonna be like, yes. And Butter says McDonald's is like it's like if you don't eat it again, you gain a tolerance. You don't gain a tolerance, yeah, so you have to like continuously eat it to like build up the stomach lining to like handle how bad the food is for you. And then now Taco Bell on the other hand, yeah. No, deadass, Taco Bell, I think it's my favorite, I'm not gonna lie, of all the fast food places. Because they do have like the most like healthy options, keeping it real. In the Taco Bell app, dude, Taco Bell app kind of goes crazy. Taco Bell app be having the deals, especially if you live in like LA or something. Taco Bell, you can get like a whole ass good meal for like actually cheap in terms of LA prices. So yeah, of course not cheaper than like cooking at home, like air frying something, but like it's about as close as you're gonna get to like cheap fast food and to actually be like decent as the Taco Bell app. And somebody else says, I got a Burger King down the street from me, Lamau. Hey, hell yeah, dude. That's pretty sick. And honestly, Burger King's only done me wrong once, but otherwise they're pretty good. Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm kind of. I'm like, Burger King's like only if I have to. You know what I mean? But I definitely like. I don't know if they were all in a food court together, I'd probably pick. I don't know what I would pick. That's a Taco Bell, honestly. They're all in the food court together. But yeah. But Original Butter says, shake my head, I need to eat more veggies. Yeah, honestly, same, dude. I've been so on my protein game because I'm at a weird spot too where like I've been kind because I've been working out so much, like my body is always like, I'm hungry. So I've been eating a lot more like protein to like kind of like satiate the hunger. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, now I'm mostly eating like just straight protein all the time. I gotta figure out how to fit more veggies in. But I also don't want to just like, yeah, I mean, I'm in a catch-22 with the fitness stuff right now, low key. And Sibadeo says, Taco Bell is cheap yet effective. I get clowned on at work for not picking Chipotle instead. No, that's whack as fuck, dude. Chipotle is kind of expensive. Taco Bell is like so much cheaper than Chipotle. And Chipotle be skimping the hell out of you, dude. And Chipotle, dude, every other day they got a fucking E. coli in their lettuce or something, right? You're probably gonna be the only person at work not puking their intestines out because you ate Taco Bell instead. Not gonna lie to you. Because fun fact, NetNavi used to work at Chipotle at some point, and he was like, yeah, like, because Chipotle had like so many random, because all their ingredients are fresh, but part of that is like, well, motherfucking, when there's an E. coli outbreak, Chipotle definitely got it because they go through a lot of lettuce, you know what I mean? So NetNavi was saying that like, yeah, like 90% of their training is like, please take food safety seriously. We've had too many scandals. We can't afford another one. So they take it super seriously, but like, you know, like if you're hiring a bunch of college kids, like, you know, they don't know what they're doing. They're just like, okay, you want what in your what? Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cool, that's 50 CDs. Rosa says, I find Chipotle overrated for its reputation for being cheap with some ingredients like meat. You might as well put something quickly together. It sounds more worth it. I agree, Roses, yeah. Yeah, it's also one of those convenient things, but yeah, it's I don't know. At some point Chipotle was cheap. I feel like when they were like first started they were cheap, but now it's like, dude. Yeah, dude. Like no, Chipotle is like, I don't know. So many of these like fast food places like really think, like, I'm serious, dude, like, cause deadass, there was a place in LA that I found called Pichiyan. It was like my favorite place to go to. It was like a late night hot pot place in the City of Industry, which literally the name of the city is the City of Industry. It's kind of weird. But anyways, dude, I used to go to Pichiyan, dude. I think it was like $20, all you can eat. And it was open at 1 a.m. And dude, keeping it real, it's like I can go there or I can go get me like a Chipotle bowl with extra guac and do like $16. She's like, for $4 more, I could eat as much food as I want. I could just eat not all day, not eat at all, and then go there, all you can eat buffet on hot pot, have it be like an actual date, or I could get my little cardboard thing and skimped up meat. Oh my, you know what I mean? Like it was like, bro, you guys are smoking. Oh no, I don't know what y'all are smoking, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. So yeah, Chipotle is yeah, but it is good though, I ain't gonna lie, but I had to like be at a point in my life where I got money again to like be like, yeah, let's go to Chipotle. He was not gonna catch me dead saying let's go to Chipotle at this current point in my life. Butter said, Lamau, I've never had Chipotle. Lamau, yeah. I mean, it is worth trying. It is good, but yeah, just be warned. It's not really like all that. And I've never had myself to have an opinion on it. I feel it. Okay. I feel it, Roses. But yeah, that sounds way better, right? Okay. I'm glad somebody there and you, Roses, you feel it. And the Bull Moose, dude, what up? Good to see you. How you doing, dog? It's been a minute, man. Yeah, Bull Moose and I grew up together. How you doing, dude? Thanks for stopping by. And Roses says to hydrate. But yeah, we're gonna stop streaming though. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm just gonna put everything away and then probably call it there. But yeah, as soon as I got money again, y'all, I'm about to come on every stream and be like, yep, I just got back from Hot Pot. I was like, I don't know why, but I was on like a really big like Chinese food kick. I was like starting to explore all the different like types of Chinese food. And then I was like, wait a minute, I can't afford this no more. I gotta like lock in on these music stuff. There was a little bit too where I was like really locked in on like barbecue food, where I was like trying to try every barbecue place. Like, dude, there was this one place in San Jose called Back a Yard, like back space a space yard. So back a yard. I don't know why. And dude, the food was so good that when you go there, they would like dead ass, what's it called? Like just treat you like total shit. They would just be like, what do you want? And if you like hesitated or like didn't know what you want, they'd like, just like, they were so mean to you. But dude, they could get away with it because the food was so good. So yeah, it was comedy. And Bulboo says, I got 3 albums that slaps. Oh dude, thank you so much. I probably shipped it to you myself. I just didn't, well, keeping it real, sometimes my girlfriend helps me ship orders. So maybe she ships it and I just didn't see her name pop through. But dude, thank you so much for grabbing it, man. I appreciate the support. That's crazy, dude. Could just hit me up. You could just hit me up. Oh, I'm glad to hear it slaps, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it, dude. What's it called? Yeah, how you been though? I gotta stop. I gotta go to the gym right now, dude. But like, if you got a second, let me know how you been doing. I just at least want to be like, yo, man, before I have to stop. But yeah, let me put away the iPad and stuff. So the day it was like fight or flight. Do you take the disrespect or do you adapt? Oh, I adapted, dude. I just found what I wanted. I'd look at the menu before I went and be like, I want this, and they'd be like, all right. And then they would just give me my food, and dude, it was so good. So yeah. But it was like a barbecue place. But they were like, everyone that was there was Jamaican. So it was like barbecue, but they also had like a lot of jerk options and stuff like that. And they also had like French fries, dude. And like for some reason their French fries just slapped. They were so good. So yeah. Bull moose. For sure, doggy stay sexy. You too, dude. Hell yeah. I love it when all your like childhood homies are still the same people. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all, I think that's it. So what's it called? I think we're gonna call it here. Thank you so much everybody for joining. Okay, let me try to see if I can make something funny with the bubble wrap for the thumbnail. What if I like jump or something? I'm like, whoa. Let's just try one more. I'm sorry, y'all. You gotta watch this. It's fucking stupid. I don't know. Every time I do something like that, I've watched this one video once where it was like documenting like food content creators and like how they have to like eat food in their car and stuff, and that's like a whole trend. And dude, they like showed like a 2-minute just unedited clip of the guy like trying to film a video, and it was like I wanted to just like stab myself in the neck because it's just the guy going, "What do you think of the new chill? What do you think of the new?" And like he just wanted the perfect intro hook, so he just kept, "What do you think of?" And I was just like, "What am I what? What are the Cyberpunk 2077 thing am I watching right now?" So yeah. But somebody else says, if it's a smear frame, you gotta put it in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think if I want it to look like I got like hit by a bubble wrapper, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm definitely gonna put in the smear frame. I got you, dude. But yeah, roast this OG slow. I know, yeah, it was, I don't know, the food, eating food in the car content game is like, oh man. That's a whole another level of like, who are we as a society? You know what I mean? So yeah. But sick. Oh, someone actually got another. Okay, I'll handle that later. But yeah. Everybody says I watched a lot of food stuff, so I'm not surprised it was like that. Yeah, it's on the Modern MBA. Did like the economics of like food content creation or something. I forgot the name of the video. But yeah, and no hate to like, I'm not trying to talk to you about the guy. It was just like interesting to see like the reality of being that kind of like video maker. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah. So I'll catch y'all around. I gotta go to the gym, eat some food, and then I gotta pack my house, and then I'll probably work on the orders after I do a bit of packing. Because honestly, I'm the kind of person where I have like, you know, something in my brain is like, I gotta get this done. Like it's been stressing me out, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna get some progress done on that, and then I'll probably finish up packing orders after. That's what I'm doing tonight. So yeah. But yeah, later Skyer, see ya. Later Rampage if you're still here. Later Simply Adeo. Later Roses. Later Bull Moose if you're still just, you know, I said I was going to stop streaming a while ago. Later Butter. Later Shamovis. I hope the McDonald's field thing helped. K2 already left. Prod Tech, catch you around, dude. And yeah, that's everyone I could see in chat. Just scrolling through it real quick. So yeah. See y'all next time. See you Thursday. So I know the break's not till next week. So see you Thursday. And yeah, catch y'all then. Catch you around. Peace. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Later.